Do I go into my studio?
You're live.
Okay, everybody, we're live. We're trying to figure out, we're using a different system now, so we're kind of in the feeling it out process. So I'm trying to get into my studio so that I can actually see the live chat.
You can see it in StreamYard, man.
I cannot see the live chat in StreamYards.
Comments. Hit the comments.
Hit the comments button.
The right side.
Yeah.
Top right.
Oh, I was seeing the
can't
private chat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no. I got it. I got it covered. I can see. I can see it now.
All right.
See clearly now the rain is gone. Sorry.
It's good to hear you.
OPT bringing the heat. Like, come on, people. So we're gonna start with my subscribers have been peer pressuring me for about a month to buy the wife a Tiffany bracelet, and I have succumbed to your will.
Yep.
So I spent the $10 infinity trillion on this bracelet. This piece of metal that somebody
it's art.
Sir.
So yeah, somebody dug up out of the ground and fashioned into a circle that goes around somebody's wrist, and
It's beautiful.
yeah, I see you, trans girl. You were the ringleader of this.
But it's pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty.
There's many
Yay.
circles that are connected.
Yay. And now I'm gonna eat ramen noodles for the next like 2 months.
What's wrong with ramen noodles? They're amazing. You
No.
can
And
get
give us a
incredible
break.
stuff
We
with
know
them.
you don't even feel what you
No
found
practical application whatsoever.
Right.
You can't do anything with it.
You're such men.
Right. So here's the thing. I bought I ordered a bumper and winch for the front of my Tundra that costs roughly the same as that. And so she's like, "Oh, you spent so much on it." I said, "I can drag my 6,000-pound truck up out of a ditch with my bumper and winch." Like,
But how
what
many times are you gonna have to do that?
Oh, if I have my way, several.
Wow. Okay. You're bad radical.
Yeah. So I think there's a couple more pictures just for everybody that's so emotionally.
The empty box.
Yeah, everybody's so emotionally invested in this bracelet. So
That's from
we can
Tiffany's.
just. There you go, and then there's another one of the bag, and
that's
There
where
you
the
go.
money
all
went.
that.
All the marketing, the Tiffany blue in the box. That's where all the money is.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you walk in the store.
No.
And I had the picture on my phone, and I show the guy, and he's like, "Oh, right this way." And here's this bracelet. So they take the bracelet and they put it in a box, and they put the box. They put a bow around the box, and they put the box in a bag, and then they put tissue paper in the bag, and like make you feel like you're really super important for this piece of metal that probably cost like maybe $100 for them to, on the high end, for them to produce.
You're ruining
Yeah.
it. You're ruining it.
No, he's not. That's guys for you. He loves that he was able to get that for her.
He
yeah.
is loving it. Loving it.
And they didn't even give me breakfast.
Oh, you're so stupid.
Really.
But
Like,
she,
shouldn't,
she
like-
cried when she saw it. So that is what it's worth.
They could have given me like a boiled egg or something, like maybe a piece
Some
of bacon.
champagne.
Oh my god.
Maybe
Yeah.
put you in a robe and pamper
No,
you for a little
actually-
bit, like a facial and
Actually,
some.
they did have champagne. I'll
I
give
told
them that.
I told you.
They had champagne.
Tiffany's is on point. Don't even.
So
next hashtag, you gonna buy me and Artie some video cards? Is that our next hashtag movement?
yeah. What
Artie,
do I
What
get?
about me?
OPT could use one too.
Yeah.
RTX 3090s.
Jesus, you people.
I don't even know what that is.
And thank you, trans girl. I realize that you're proud of me.
We're
I-
all
I-
very proud of you.
I did not do good. Superman does good. I did well.
Oh god.
It's grammar.
You got look at that. Super chat. Beautiful super chat. Go ahead, Cliff.
Yeah, that's one that we read immediately, I suppose.
Yeah, not today, Satan for 99.99 says, "Well done, sir. Now compensate your entire team."
Oh.
My team is me and Tina. We're a 2-man team. Yeah. It's a small
Cliff
team.
helps. Cliff helps.
Yeah, and I compensate him. I bought him what was it, a burger and fries, I think.
He's so generous. He works us through the meals, but every once in a while he throws us one.
That sounded so wrong.
Oh, shut up. I hate you
All right,
so much
let's just clean up the last of the super chats, and then we'll get into the meat of
All
why
right.
we're here today.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Let me just get them all here. Okay. So, Akira 808 State for $4.99 says, "Great to be here, Kat. Thanks for doing this." Diana
Thank
Price
you, and sorry I can't say aloha anymore because we're so far away.
Yeah. Diana Price for $4.99 says, "I still laugh at Claudia Cooper's video. Did you think she was insane? I think she had her issues. The part where she asked to be shot got me gold."
Yeah, I've been going back to her Facebook, and it's just been radio silent since then. You're muted, Nat. I didn't know. Were you trying to add something? Oh, okay. Yeah, nothing out of her since then. And also, what's the crazy Canadian guy that was calling the schools? Marcel Bissett. His channel is now gone. I can't find it anywhere. So
It is.
pretty sure.
I saw a video on that, or Hand Reloaded, actually, if I remember the name correctly. He's gone. He's off YouTube. He's on another platform.
He's on Rumble, I think.
Rumble, that's it.
Yeah, he posted on the on their website that he wasn't going to stick around with the YouTube Nazis, and went to Rumble.
Yeah. So they nuked his channel. It's what happened. He's just lying about it. So
he nuked it, or they nuked it. Absolutely.
Yeah. They nuked it.
I saw the video that basically nuked him. Yeah, they nuked him.
Which one?
Again, Hannah Reloaded had downloaded it and played on her Twitch stream, and she had to edit that thing like flipping crazy.
Oh, it's insane! Like all the videos that I've made about him.
Oh, he just kept using, the N-word and a number of other things.
He's a big fan of the N-bomb. So,
can I ask a question real quick? Kik, are you doing your heart rate too now?
Yeah, it's just to prove that I am alive in comparison to Artie. Artie's heart rate is generally about 140 when he's chasing his cats. And when we live stream, mine's around 70. And so right now I'm listening to my kids scream in the background, which is why my heart rate's over 100.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
That'll do it.
All right, I'll go on.
Sorry.
Yeah. So Michael Kraus for $4.99 says, "Here's for Tina for helping Kat find the on button, which is easier for her. Which is easy for her because she invented it. LOL. Show the miniature."
Oh, snap.
Show the miniature Alamo man. LOL.
Wow.
Yeah. AZ the Kid for $4.99 says, "Cliff's working OT. He needs a tip." Well, thanks, AZ. Michael Kraus for $4.99 says, "They put it in another bag, wrap that bag in bubble wrap, then in another bag, then a then a biometric safe, then they implant a GPS tracker up your."
Oops.
Yeah. We got a couple new members. Big Al, new member. Welcome to the bunker.
Thanks
and
so
Marianne,
much.
Yeah, Marianne Meyer upgraded her membership to tasers.
Thank you very much. Oh, let me say a couple things real fast, and then we'll hold the rest of the super chats if any come in for later. There's a crawl now of all my tasers at the bottom.
Ooh.
I can't. We just can't fit everybody in there because there's a maximum amount of people that you can put in there. So legit, I can only do tasers in the crawl. Also,
it's a perk. Yeah.
Yeah, someone complained that I only speak to members in the chat.
No, mods.
Okay, mods and members. That's not exactly true, but just out of necessity. And I know Natalie can probably speak to this as well. When you're in a stream and the chat is just going insane, you have to prioritize the people that you respond to.
Yep.
So I literally, I'm sorry. That's just the nature of the beast. And when I see people consistently in the chat, that's how you become a mod. It's like, okay, you've been here for like 5 premieres in a row. I know that you're here, as I hate the word fan, but that's how you become a supporter. Yeah, you're here consistently, and that's just how that happens. But the person that was complaining about that, a mod timed that person out, and that's how you become not a mod anymore. People are free to criticize me as much as they want in the chat. I actually encourage it. I love the haters. And I'll reiterate for the 10,000th time, you time people out or, delete them or whatever, and you use your mod powers if they're racist, sexist, bigoted, homophobic, or making physical threats. That's pretty much it. So just please, I don't want to take wrenches away from people, but the rules are the rules, and that's what it is. So we're here to talk about Bill Cosby and the absolute insanity that is wrapped around this story. I don't know if this is groundbreaking. I'm sure people have gotten off on technicalities before, but maybe not somebody so prominent. But I've got the experts here to talk about it. Let's start with Natalie encapsulated this entire thing so perfectly that I said this will be our starting point. So Tina, if you want to play that, this is an explanation of why Bill Cosby's not in jail anymore.
Here we go.
The volume's way too low.
Because the judge found that the prosecutor promised that they wouldn't prosecute him until he testified at a deposition to his detriment. That's illegal.
Okay.
Simple.
So that's why Bill Cosby is not in jail anymore. And I'll just reiterate it because the volume was a little bit low at the beginning. They told the prosecutor told Bill Cosby, if you, and please lawyer peoples, correct me if I screw this up. They said, if you testify in the civil case, then whatever you testify will be immune in or you'll have immunity from that being used against you in a criminal case. And then another prosecutor came along and said, I don't care what that other dude said. And they used his testimony in the civil case against him in the criminal case. And that contributed to his guilty verdict. So,
yeah.
But my problem is, it was instrumental as far as I know. But here's the thing, like the logical part of my brain says, yeah, that's the way that it should go. You can't get that. You can't play those kind of games. But the human side of me says, dude's still guilty.
Yeah.
So,
as I've continuously said, this decision does not exonerate him in any way, shape, or form.
No. He's guilty as he can possibly be, and
it's the fact that he is guilty that
makes it worse. Yeah,
is what pushed the Supreme Court's decision, because what he said at the deposition was so incriminating.
Yep.
Because he is guilty.
Right.
So,
he basically just said that he did it. Yeah, he admitted it and admitted that it was illegal. But so the reason why I gathered everybody here is to try to maybe reconcile the logical part of everybody's brain that says, yeah, that's kind of got to be the way it's got to be. And the human side says, well, what about these victims? What's their recourse? That's one question that I have is what's their avenue for compensation? Can they still sue him civilly and things like that? What about this prosecutor? Because I think he's got to be held to account for this. So that's the kind of avenues that I want to go down. And I'll turn the floor over to you guys.
It's a good point about the prosecutor. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he's.
So the second prosecutor is a woman.
Oh, is she? Sorry, my bad.
No. I mean, it'd be okay.
Sorry.
It just because it can be confusing. So the first prosecutor is a man, right? And he basically had communication with Miss Constance's attorney, who was the alleged victim in the case, and Cosby's attorney, where, you know, he was basically like, I don't think we have enough here criminally. So there was also that. He didn't think there was enough for criminal prosecution. We don't have the confession. And she doesn't have any other recourse but through the civil system. She's got nowhere else to go, basically. The criminal system's not going to work for her. She has to go through the civil system. But he has this Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. However, you don't have a Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination if the state is not going to prosecute you, if they affirmatively say they're not going to prosecute you, right? So he tells that to his attorneys. And basically, they go through with the testimony at the deposition where Cosby makes multiple incriminating statements. And then, you know, such as, not only did I give this girl Benadryl, not only did he say that previously he hadn't had any sexual contact with her, and that it was only like kissing, but nothing beyond kissing. He then admits to full sexual contact with her. Everything that he had lied about to the police. Just all these type of things that he was basically, you know, lying about before. He admits to them when he's under oath at the deposition. And then a new administration comes into place. The hashtag #MeToo movement has popped off. And she's like, I'm going to go forward with this prosecution. And the old prosecutor wrote her a letter and was like, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but she had been his deputy. So she had been right underneath him. And he's like, I share everything with you. And I told you that I'm not going to proceed with that prosecution against Cosby. We have given him immunity. You know, I don't believe that we have the right to, you know, prosecute him after I already said no. And she said, well, look, I don't see what you did as a, you know, a promise of immunity. I don't see it as an agreement. So I'm going to go forward with it. And that's how they ended up there. And then the defense counsel, as soon as she went forward and he was arrested, filed a motion for a writ of habeas corpus. And that's like, you know, present the body basically to the court and trying to basically say to dismiss the entire prosecution because this person is illegally held. And the basis for the motion for writ of habeas corpus was that the prosecution had previously promised that they weren't going to prosecute him. So that's
question.
Ultimately, you know, where it comes from. Yeah.
All right. What was so important about what they asked him to test the case they wanted him to testify in, that they gave him this promise? Because that person should never have promised him that. It's disgusting what he's getting away with.
Well, the thing is, before the promise, they would not have gotten a conviction, right? Like, so let's like separate the civil case from the criminal case. The original criminal case had Andrea Constant making inconsistent statements. That's just fact. That's what was accepted by the Supreme Court. That's what happened. She made inconsistent statements. Normally, you know, those like, there were some recordings that were taken of Cosby as he was talking to Constant and her mother. Those would likely not be admissible in court. And there was a delay in reporting, like over a year delay in reporting. So there was no forensic evidence whatsoever. And they did not have a confession. They had no way of assuring a conviction in the case, even though now we know that he did it because after there was no longer a Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination, he made those incriminating statements. before he made those statements, there was nothing independent of what Ms. Constant had said, unfortunately, to show that he had done it. There's the additional issue of the stories of assault that happened long ago, but just on these facts alone, there just wasn't enough to secure a conviction. I think the original prosecutor did the right thing so that she could get some type of justice, because she was not going to get it in the criminal system. There was no way.
Yeah. If I'm reading the decision correctly, it's not that necessarily that old prosecutor said, well, if you testify, I'll do this. It seemed more like he did it so he didn't have a Fifth Amendment right, so he'd be forced to testify in the civil case. I don't think it was like a friendly necessarily, like, you know, oh, if you testify, I'll not prosecute you. It's I'm not going to prosecute you, so you have to testify in the civil case.
That's right.
So that's what, because I didn't follow the whole beginnings very closely. For those people like me, what he did testify in was a civil case for the same girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
There's something else I found like buried in this decision that I didn't know before. Cosby was actually in 4 depositions and attempted to not answer certain questions to the point where they had to go to a judge, and a judge ruled, no, you have to answer these questions because you don't have a Fifth Amendment right anymore because you have immunity from prosecution.
Because you're immune. Yeah, I didn't know that. This is new information. Yeah, this is new information, which is why we're all here, because I want to understand, and I want the audience to understand. So now, what of the victims?
Yeah.
Like, where do they go from here?
Is there anywhere to go from here?
Yeah, can they still go after him civilly? Because I'm sure he's still a rich man, even after all the lawyer bills.
So the difficult thing with Miss Constant is that, she did go after him civilly, and they settled out of court, and it was supposed to be for millions and millions of dollars, right? But a condition of the settlement was that she shut up and not say anything else and not testify against him. Well, she broke that condition in the criminal case. I think that money goes away for her.
Oh no!
I don't think she gets any more money because she broke a condition of the settlement. And I don't know if there's any more.
But
can they take the money they gave her already away?
I don't think so. I don't know if they would do that. I don't know if they would try to.
That would be a PR nightmare for them like that.
Turn around and sue her. I mean, he already doesn't. He's emboldened by this, He already doesn't seem to really care. But if he has anyone in his camp that cares about him, they would discourage him from going after her for what she did receive out of the settlement. I doubt that it's been paid. The $3 million has been paid. So whatever she's gotten is probably it.
It's probably still in some sort of appeal litigation, I would think.
What shocked me.
It wouldn't be because
they settled
it. They settled it.
Yeah. If it was a settlement, but you said that he's emboldened by this. How many other predators are now going to be emboldened by this as well?
Honestly, I don't think too many, if only because this is really specific.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What really bothered me the most was Felicia Rashad. Did anybody see her tweet after he got released? She was cheering
something about that. Yeah,
about it.
She since apologized.
Justice is done.
What she said was so horrific to me. Because,
horrible.
Yeah, and she's trying to say, "Oh well, an injustice was overturned because his rights were violated." And it's just like, no, that's not the sentiment that anyone takes out of this.
No.
This was cheering for him.
This was a really sad, like OPT said, a very specific thing that happened.
Yeah.
But the fact that lay people like myself have so much of a hard time wrapping our heads around it, that's why I say that maybe other predators might be emboldened by it, not understanding that how specific it was and just thinking, I can do what I want and use the Bill Cosby defense.
Right.
We got another
No.
$100 super chat. Do you
Oh,
want to
go
read
ahead.
it?
Oh, geez, hi.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna read that.
Actually, let's go ahead and catch up on them while we're doing it.
Sure. So not today, Satan for 99.99 says, could the will not prosecute of self-incrimination ruling come into play should there be future criminal litigation?
There can't be future criminal litigation, as far as I know, but I'll let the lawyers talk about it.
What was the first part of the question? I missed that part. I heard the end.
Could the will not prosecute of self-incrimination ruling come into play should there be future criminal litigation?
There are allegations in other states, but unfortunately for many of them, they're past the statute of limitations.
Fuck.
They're from the 70s to the early 2000s, late 90s. So for many of them, the statute of limitations have passed. And the law recently changed in a lot of those states because of Cosby, where it basically either removed the statute of limitations for these type of cases or extended them, but the cases themselves don't benefit from it.
No.
Yeah.
And so many of these people didn't go to law enforcement, or they went to law enforcement and law enforcement didn't pursue it. So there's two issues there. If you didn't go to law enforcement at all, there's just statute of limitations just running. You know what I'm saying? From the moment that you discover that this could have potentially happened to you, your statute of limitations begins to toll, right? Or in some states from the date of incident. But there is like a tolling or a slowing down of the statute of limitations if there's like an ongoing investigation by law enforcement, meaning they know about it and they took the report, but they're still diligently pursuing a prosecution. It just takes them some years to get to it. Just don't forget about this case, but like they're pursuing DNA or they're searching for the body or something. They need some more evidence in order to charge, and then they charge. Well, as long as you're diligently pursuing it, the statute of limitations is not running, right? Or it's like they get like a grace period. But in this case, a lot of the times the women that did report to law enforcement didn't take it seriously because it was Bill Cosby. And so the moment that they knew that they were on the running of the statute of limitations, meaning when the police knew, they had because the defendant has a right to a speedy trial and, you know, all these different types of rights, speedy trial, prompt presentment, all of those things are violated if law enforcement knows about it and just drops the ball and doesn't pursue it. So all of those people are out of luck.
Okay.
For the sake of not losing any portion of the audience, I'll give what my understanding of the statute of limitations, and correct me if I'm wrong. So when something happens, there's a certain amount of time that you can be prosecuted. So depending on the severity of it, say it's armed robbery, so that might be, you know, a certain number of years, and if it's rape, that's more serious, so it might be another certain number of years. If it's murder, my understanding is there is no statute of limitation, so no matter how long after the fact that you're being prosecuted for it. So in a nutshell, it's from a certain point there's a given amount of time that you can be prosecuted,
too, right?
and after that, you're immune.
Yeah.
Did I encapsulate that?
That's it. That's it.
Essentially, yeah.
Unless you're in Maryland, where we have no statute of limitations on felonies.
Really?
Oh wow, I did not know that.
No you can be charged at any time. Misdemeanors is between 1 to 3 years, depending on what the misdemeanor is. We are in the extreme minority.
I need to mark this off my list. Rob a bank in Maryland.
Shut up.
Don't rob any banks.
Don't rob a bank.
Okay.
So
I'm glad you said that. You just saved me a lot of trouble.
Did you did he ever show any remorse?
No, he maintains his innocence.
But he admitted to it.
Yeah,
he
but
think that what he admitted to is sexual.
Wrong.
He doesn't think it's SA.
How?
It's wrong, but he doesn't think it's SA. He thinks it's okay to give people. He characterizes it as, you know, this is something we're all into. I'm giving this to you because it's something we're all.
Oh my god!
And you
is that just hubris because he
what
is
is
Bill
wrong
Cosby?
with him?
You know, I think that's what it would have to be. Is he's like, I'm Bill Cosby. I'm letting you be on my TV show, so you know it's a quid pro quo.
Oh
is that sort of his thinking on the matter?
Welcome. His is more like welcome to Hollywood.
He's still
this
worth
is like the standard. This
The
was how things were
couch
done
casting.
in Hollywood. Yeah.
He's still
Right.
worth $400 million. So
Oh,
my God.
Jesus. He's
Yeah.
stupid rich.
Mhm.
And the heartbreaking thing about it for me and anybody that's at or near my age, he was our like adopted dad growing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Like he was, and this is why it was so hard to prosecute him too, is because he was fucking Bill Cosby. You
Yep.
know? I don't know if some of the younger people in the audience like realize that, but you know, I grew up watching Fat Albert. I was watching the Cosby Show. You know, eating some Jello pudding pops. You know, that was my dude. Like,
And
that
Felicia
he was-
Rashad was America's mom.
yeah, he was everybody's adopted dad, and so it's extra screwed up what he did too, because with that he had this hubris, but he really should have had seen it as an obligation, but he didn't. He said, this makes me able to do whatever I want, when really he should have been thinking, this means that I've got to toe the line extra
Yeah.
hard because I'm a role model.
Yep.
Does everybody like, what are y'all thoughts on that?
You're absolutely right.
I think you're absolutely right. And there's the additional, just for me personally, layer of what Bill Cosby was to Black America in particular. The Cosbys were an example of, you know, this is how we can live. We have a dad who's a doctor, a mom who's a lawyer, intact
Right.
unit. But in
The-
turn,
the-
go ahead.
No, please finish, because I'm just gonna have got a throwaway comment, but I want to hear your take.
In turn, Bill Cosby was kind of abusive towards the Black community in a way. And I mean that by saying, if you didn't do things the way that he thought that you should do them, he was very critical and mean. You know, the whole
I saw that.
sagging pants speech that he gave and stuff like that. Like,
Right.
he very much, like, especially young Black men, he was super harsh on them. I think about Lisa Bonet when she gave her the show A Different World, but then she wanted to get married to Lenny Kravitz and he didn't like it, so he basically blacklisted her from Hollywood.
Yeah,
You
he
know?
did.
Right.
Yeah, he did.
He's not a nice man.
And
No, he's
and
not.
he, you know, he, to his credit, but also was kind of like another layer of hubris. He did get a doctorate degree after he was already insanely stupid rich.
Yeah.
And so he got an EDD, which is a doctorate in education, and that just like gave him even more of this pedestal that he was
But
standing
isn't that
on. 'Cause
honorary?
He was, no. He actually earned.
He earned it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, my bad.
no, yeah. He earned an EDD, so his pedestal just got even higher. And I heard a lot of these things that he was saying, and it wasn't like fatherly advice. It was, you guys are beneath me. I'm
Yeah.
no longer a
You didn't remember.
yeah. So it's just, that's what can happen when you become rich and famous and you're an influencer, and you can say you're in Hollywood, you're out of Hollywood, you're going to be in my next movie. No, you're not. I can slip you some Quaaludes and have my way with you, and you can't say anything about it.
Nobody will believe you.
Yep.
Right,
That's
because
disgusting.
I'm Bill fucking Cosby, you know.
And it's still that way. It's even
Yeah,
after
that
knowing
hasn't
there are
changed.
people that literally have plugged their ears. They don't care about the deposition. They don't care
Right.
about the evidence. They are still that way.
I've
don't
seen
think-
people.
Well, they don't
in-
think he's guilty?
There
There's
are a lot
people.
of people who don't
Oh
think
yeah,
he's guilty.
I mean there are sycophants in every
Oh my
major
God.
celebrity.
I've seen it in this chat, in our
Yeah.
chat. I've
What?
seen people say that he's not guilty.
Yeah.
No, they're joking though, right?
Well,
Yeah.
maybe, but
Well, I've seen it in my comments on my videos. People literally like wanting to engage me in a fight, and I won't fight with them about it. But
no.
like, they genuinely believe that he's not guilty.
No, that I
Right.
don't understand. Do they believe that he did nothing wrong, like he does, or that he didn't do it at all? I don't get that.
I mean, it's probably that they think he didn't do
probably the
anything
former.
wrong.
Like
It's probably
he's
the former.
It's a flat
God.
earther level of delusion that
I am
no
lost.
matter what. So
The one thing that strikes me about a lot of this, and many people have addressed it in the chat, is the lack of people that have come forward and why it takes so long for people to come forward about things like this. And of course, we've already touched on it. Cosby already had the clout. He's already had plenty of people in America that looked up to him, and it made it very difficult to go up against him with him being in those positions. But
right, because you're done. You go up
But
against Bill Cosby in the 90s, you're done.
Yeah. But if we take that away, if we take away his fame, we take away the fortune, we take away the social pull that he had, and we look at this as just a serial rapist, right? 40 years ago, victim advocacy wasn't really a big thing.
Yeah.
The victims would have to relive every aspect of that assault throughout the entirety of the criminal justice process. Yeah. And so it made it difficult for people to go through it. It's psychologically draining, damaging, its long-term effects. And now that there are groups today that can stand for these people, that can go into court, there's financial assistance and things to help them not be targeted. Those groups aren't as big as they should be, but now they exist. And so we see a lot of this coming forward. It's just a shame, though, because in this respect, because it's Bill Cosby, advocacy groups aren't going to have as much to fight against. That's plain and simple.
Yeah, and I think victims still have to go through all of that, though. Like, I think victims still, like, even today, like, still have to constantly relive what they've gone through because they have to, be interviewed by not only the police but the prosecutors. They have to go over their testimony in detail, and then they have to get up and testify not only in front of the person they're accusing of, assaulting them, but in front of the judge, 12 people who are literally judging your credibility, and whoever else is watching in the gallery. Like, that is not something that's easy to do in any case. As a victim, when you're talking about something so serious.
And then add on top of that, as soon as you get done being sexually assaulted, if it's a very recent event, you're now going to visit a nurse and a doctor who are going to explore your body. Yep. And so you've already been assaulted once. You are reliving it again in that moment.
Yep. Wait a second. Here's one security guard. Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead and read that, and then I want to kind of go down a different avenue just for a second.
One security guard at the casino Cosby always asked for. He'd never seen any underage or drugs even in Cosby's room.
I have no idea.
One security guard.
I mean, you're not going to see.
He's not going to show them.
Right.
There was never any allegations of anyone being underage. They were all of age.
Right.
Young, too young for him, but of age.
Yeah.
And they weren't, it wasn't like coke and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, just as a throwaway comment that I saw, Bill Cosby did have an EDD, and somebody said that's not as prestigious as a PhD. That is true, but they still he was still Dr. Bill Cosby.
Isn't it true that Howard University is pulled away from him?
Yeah.
Well,
you know that. Felicia Rashad is the dean of the humanities and the arts.
Right.
College that they have. I live in the area of Howard University. My husband's an alumnus from there, and they have issued a statement denouncing what Felicia said, and then she issued a statement apologizing. Some people are calling for her resignation. They're not with it. They're not feeling it.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So, but what I wanted to get to, we haven't, Kick just talked for a second, but we haven't let him talk a whole lot. The reason that he is here is he's seeking a law degree. I said, come on with, my lawyer friends and everything, because you guys and your classes, you said that y'all had an entire lecture about this, so I want to hear what are the professors saying about this in academia. I think that's interesting.
Well, before I went into class, I actually watched Natalie's video, and I made
you
sure
never go wrong doing that.
I shared it to my professor and the rest of the class, and she's a 30-year attorney with 10 years as a prosecuting attorney, 20 as a criminal defense lawyer, and so she's been on both sides of the aisle, and so we discussed it briefly because earlier on in my junior year, which I just finished up, we discussed ethics boards and how attorneys handle situations where they may have acted unethically. And of course, that question is coming up a lot in the chat. And I want to pose that to, OPT, Artie, and Natalie here shortly. And she said basically everything that Natalie has already said, that yes, there was an agreement. It doesn't have to be documented in the way that people expect. You're not going to see a deposition. You're not going to see a filing in the case. Just that discussion alone puts them into a position where they have made an agreement. And many of these agreements are done over handshake. It's not something that you sit there and sign a contract. Now, as far as whether or not, is he guilty or not, I'm not versed enough in the situation to say, one way or another. I can tell you, I believe he's wholeheartedly guilty. I think that this is another one of those O.J. Simpson style cases, in my opinion. Do we see Bill Cosby making the same mistake and writing a book called If I Did It? No. But
that was just all ego.
But we do have to take into account something that Natalie brought up earlier, and that is Bill Cosby disenfranchising the African American community with many of his statements and his beliefs. I don't think that would be above him to do something similarly. I don't think so. Does he have the time to do it? I don't think so either. Cosby's in his early 80s, and with life expectancies being what they are, it's unlikely this will take place.
Right.
But from a professor standpoint, it's the same exact thing. It was an agreement that was made. The second prosecutor in the case just did not hold up to the agreement, and that adds many ethical concerns on a separate layer from Cosby entirely. So
right.
I guess, my question then for all the attorneys here, from an ethics violation standpoint, do you think that A, that this qualifies as an ethics violation? B, if they were to maintain and the civil the civil rulings and the money that's already been doled out, well, let's start with first the ethics violation. What do you think from an ethics standpoint on this?
That's a good segue, because that was one of the things I wanted to get to is the prosecutor's accountability in this.
Honestly, she may be facing employment issues, but I don't think her license is in danger at all. I mean, she made a legal argument, and the trial court and apparently the immediate appellate court agreed with her.
Yeah, I don't think she'd lose her license for it. She may face discipline. That's entirely possible. I don't think it's something that she'd lose her license for, though. No.
But what's her name worth after this?
I mean, you lost the Cosby conviction.
Yeah. You've damaged your reputation, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, PR, you could say I was willing to go after him. I was willing to take the risk, but you lost the Cosby conviction.
Right. You're Marsha Clark.
Yeah. Marsha Clark's career is not over. I mean, she's still out there doing something,
Yeah. I know I dated myself by pulling that up.
Well, I'm very immersed in that OJ trial. Rewatched it during the quarantine. I agree that practically speaking, she wouldn't face any
major sanctions.
Thank you. She wouldn't face any sanctions, but I actually think what she did was unethical.
Yeah.
And here's why. You got a letter. First of all, she was in the office. She was privy to what was going on. Mm-hmm. You got a letter from your previous boss, the previous elected official, and now serving as the county attorney for that county, Montgomery County in Pennsylvania. And she just disregarded it. She wanted the conviction. It didn't matter. But, the thing that might be hard to understand, guys, is that, guys, lay people, not attorneys, is that this is actually black letter law. You cannot enter into an agreement with the defendant and they make a statement in reliance on that agreement, or do something in reliance on that agreement, and then you don't perform your end. You cannot do that.
And that's what separates.
Yeah.
That's what separates us from third world,
regimes.
Yeah. So at
real quick, I'm going to say the thing that no one wants to hear, but it's unfortunately very true. The system actually worked in this instance, and I hate that it did. But
agreed.
It did.
Agreed.
Like the Fifth Amendment has been protected. He has Fifth Amendment rights, just like all of us do, and it irks me to no end. But it's the system that we have, and it technically worked.
Right, and I was just about to say that if I was in that Supreme Court's shoes, I would have done the same thing, and then I would have gone somewhere private and fucking cried my eyes out.
Yeah. That I always say that we get our rights from bad people, right?
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
Your rights, Miranda, right? Miranda was a bad guy. Miranda confessed to murder, right? But because he wasn't appropriately advised, he had the right to counsel. Boom, there you are. Brady v. Maryland, my home state, where they have to turn things over. Brady was a bad guy. Okay, we get our rights. Rodriguez v. United States, where they can't just stop you and search your car for no reason, right? They have to have a separate probable cause after the reasonable articulable suspicion. That was a bad guy. It all comes from bad guys, unfortunately.
Right.
So, and it could have been avoided here. People would not have gotten the satisfaction of seeing Bill Cosby let off in cuffs and put in prison. But you wouldn't have had the horrible letdown of his conviction being overturned and him being forever free.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's nothing to say that he couldn't have been prosecuted just on different evidence. Some other testimony or something like that. So basically, what happened was she poisoned the well to where now you can't prosecute him. Well, like you said, maybe in another state, in another situation or something like that. But he can't. He's free and clear of this.
Yep.
They can't try him again. He's good to go.
Does anybody think he has a career though?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, no. I got a text from the wife that wanted to bring up a good point. So for one, she wants to thank the audience for her Tiffany bracelet, because I didn't do anything. It was all you guys. Yeah. And there's rumors out there that he wants to go back on the stand-up comedy scene.
No. I heard that.
God. Yeah,
oh my God.
That even none of us are Hollywood people, so we're all talking from a layperson's experience here. But does that even a thing? Could that possibly happen?
Would ever hire him?
Well, think of it this way. Rumble exists because people don't want to follow the policies and rules of YouTube, and people want to spread misinformation. Alternative social media sites exist because people want to spread misinformation. Okay,
right.
There's always going to be a group that is going to side with somebody, and there will be venues that will put him up. Now, will he reach the same level of fame as he had before?
Oh, God,
it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Well, no. We could say, oh, God, no, because that's what we want. But the reality is to be that he's still famous. He still has the argument that he has been exonerated of the charges, that he has been released from jail. And so that will be the argument. Just like a frauditor who gets go-away money will claim a win, it is going to be his win, and that's going to be his ace in the hole to continue to worm his way through into society.
Or maybe News Now Houston opens up a comedy club.
They took Michael Vick.
See what I
back
did
as a
there?
Yeah.
You know, if we just think what's instructive on that is if we think about the time period between when OJ was acquitted and when he was locked back up for robbing somebody for his money, right?
Yep.
And he actually like did real time on that. That time period, he was on TV. He was in the
on
club.
the golf courses, yeah.
Yep, on the golf courses. He was hanging out with famous people. He was getting paid for appearances, and he murdered 2 people. You know, literally killed 2 people, and people were like, "Yeah, I want OJ," and wanted to make OJ jokes and stuff, and have OJ around. There's a people. There are just some people out there for whatever reason.
I mean,
and I'm not even going to say allegedly. Like,
no, he did it.
He did it. Come on.
He did that. He wrote that book and took all doubt away.
Oh,
no, he didn't write. No. He didn't write the book though. He was planning on it. He was planning on it, but what happened was there was such an outcry over it that the publisher backed out before it was actually written.
Oh, okay.
It didn't actually come out. Oh, I thought that.
I remember
it was tentatively called "If I Did It," but the outcry was so huge that the publisher backed out of giving him the rights.
Oh, good. I remember him talking about it.
No, it was released already.
Oh, let me clarify a statement real quick. When I say alternative social media spreads misinformation, alternative social media gives a platform to allow misinformation to spread. Sure. So if you go on Rumble, you can actually find Mike the Lawyer or Law Talk with Mike on Rumble. But you know who else you can find on there? Anna Von Reitz.
Alex Jones. Yeah.
Alex Jones.
I don't know.
Marcel Bassett.
I mean, in my way, Anna Von who?
Okay. Anna Von Reitz is the pretend judge from Alaska that is a sovereign citizen.
Yeah.
She believes in the all capitals.
Yeah.
She's a nutbag, but she's been posting videos as of this late May, and they're all still on there. It's not that Rumble is bad; it's that Rumble enables bad information.
It doesn't have a filter, apparently.
Well, it's for a financial gain because they know they can get all the bottom feeders
that YouTube won't allow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. So I think we probably
had another $99 super chat.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I think we need to do super chat. And somebody said, "I see a super chat. This corpus delicti."
Natalie, do you have to leave soon?
Yeah. I can stay for like 15 more minutes. I have reservations.
Okay. Let's do super chats and and then we'll let Natalie give her goodbyes.
Cool.
And tell me how much she thinks that my channel's awesome.
All right.
Wait a second before you do. You said the book did come out, no, Natalie?
No, I'm like reading. It's like so confusing. They're like, it was due to be published as one set of people dropped it. This other publishing company picked it up. It was released, and then the release was canceled. It did sell for over $250,000, but he didn't get any of that money. So I guess like whatever he got in the advance, Ron Goldman, the male victim's father.
Right.
You can't.
God, what's his name?
Sam Law.
That's right.
Ron Goldman. It's the son of Sam Law.
Perlman or Goldman?
Goldman, but I can't remember the dad's first name.
The dad's name. Yeah.
Somebody says it's on Amazon for $8.99.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So all of that goes to the victim's family.
Good then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
The fun before we get to super chats, this just popped in my head. The funniest or one of the funniest things I've ever seen was Dana Carvey, his stand up about the O.J. Simpson case, where he was like, "We got a mountain of forensic evidence," and the defense attorneys were like, "Why are we even here?" Like, what was his name? He's dead now.
Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran. They were like, all this evidence, and he's like, "There's no way he did it." It's like, what?
Yeah.
Chewbacca defense.
The Chewbacca defense.
Yeah.
I'm not doing justice to Dana Carvey's stand-up, but go watch it.
Not.
It was so hilarious. Like, him just talking about that whole trial.
And It's Fred Goldman, by the way.
Yeah.
Fred Goldman. Okay, Ron
Fred,
Goldman's dad.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So get to super chats now.
Mhm.
So not today, Satan for $99.99 says BLM could put their dollars where their mouth is if they came out condemning Bill Cosby while still upholding the law.
Black Lives Matter has condemned Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Since the beginning, right?
Yeah. We're not going there, please.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, the adults are talking for $5 says all my favorites on one page. Love it.
Aw.
Aw.
Gia for $49.99 says happy wife, happy life. SC spoiler rotten, please.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. She's
Yeah.
pretty happy. She's watching, so she's not down here hitting me in the head. So she's probably pretty happy.
Hello, Nicole.
Yeah.
Nana for 666 says Schrodinger's cat. I don't even know this guy. Hail Satan. All right.
It's Sagan. It's Hail Sagan, Carl Sagan. That's my
Oh, Sagan.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Daryl Spurlock, new member, upgraded membership to Tasers. Thank you.
Yay.
Yay.
John Erickson for £4.99 says, can similar charges be brought against him based on crimes against other victims?
I would say yes, but I'll let the lawyers talk about that.
Well, as we were saying before, statute of limitations applies. I don't know
Right.
how long ago a lot of these were, so it's really a state-by-state kind of thing. Case by case, even.
Yeah. Statute of limitations is the main issue.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It may even be that, that, like this case, there may not be enough evidence in the criminal case. Like, even though he talked about, even though he incriminated himself in these depositions, that was only for this one case, as far as I understand it.
Right.
Well, actually, he in the deposition, he talked about giving women quaaludes.
Oh.
In the 70s and 80s and stuff.
Right.
Gotcha.
But let's
probably
also
too long.
remember, as Cliff told us earlier, he's still worth $400 million. He still has fuck you money.
Yeah.
So, just like you make an accusation and the next day he's got 20 lawyers on it just crushing you.
Yeah.
And actually, I want to, if we could spend like maybe a minute or so with the lawyers talking about what is it like going up against somebody that can bring that amount of legal force to bear? Is it literally, as I would think, David against Goliath, or do you still like what happens when there's somebody that just can bring that amount of legal force to bear?
Well, you mean in a civil case or a criminal case?
I guess both.
Yeah. Well, I've been on the receiving end of a civil case in which the other party I was going against, I was the defendant, was extremely moneyed. They had a lot of resources at their disposal. They hired witnesses. They had a whole bunch of stuff going on. And I won the case, but it was overwhelming, emotionally, mentally. You have to work 3 or 4 times as hard. I can imagine if I was a solo practitioner representing someone against a party who had all that money, how difficult it would be. On the other hand, having everyone I represent is indigent, right? And when I was in private practice, people that I represented were like basically, middle class, It's super rare for a very wealthy person to have a serious criminal case against them. It's just so rare, so that when it does happen.
Is that because people don't even bother? They're just like, I can't win. I'm not even going to get into the fight.
Many violent crimes are crimes of desperation. And by desperation.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like where money is not at play. Like, a lot of murders and stuff happen over money, right? Drug deals gone wrong, robberies gone wrong. So the majority of the people that you'll get as a criminal defense attorney are poor, right? It's rare for a wealthy person to be accused of a very serious crime. When they are, I do find that law enforcement and the prosecution tends to tread more lightly with them, like they're more afraid of them almost, because they know that at every turn there's going to be a really, really good lawyer there to check every single moment of the case.
Right.
That initial interrogation, initial detention, initial search, you better make sure you have your search warrant. You better make sure that you read this guy his rights. So they do tend to have better results than the average person, because if they imagine this, you hire an attorney in a criminal case and you're just a regular Joe, your attorney has like 20 to 30 other clients if they want to stay alive, right? If you are a super wealthy person, you are their only client. You're paying them so much that they have nothing but time. That's the thing. A lot of times lawyers, it's not skill, it's time, right? So you'll have a team, and each of those team members has nothing but time to only focus on that one attorney. And that is the advantage, right? They don't have to look at anyone else's case, only yours. And they are an expert at cross-examination, and the other attorney is an expert at the investigation stage, or an expert at motions practice. So yes, I'm sure it can be overwhelming, but we have to also remember that the state is almost never lacking in resources. That's why it's really important that they be held to a burden, because we spend a lot of money on the prosecuting offices. Like, a lot of your taxpayer dollars go there. They have the best of experts. They have awesome attorneys in their offices. I'll get killed by my colleagues for saying that, but it's true. People that are very well trained, that know what they're doing. So it's more of a battle when all they have to do is focus on that one client.
But the prosecutor also probably doesn't want to take the L either. So they have the incentive to be like, nah, I'm going to take these easy cases with the poor people.
There's an argument.
Is that a thing? That's conjecture on my part. So,
I mean, I just feel like we've seen it play out too many times where you feel like wealthy people kind of get special treatment, and whether or not the prosecutor chooses to prosecute at all. I think of when I think it happens more, when the defendant is like younger and this is like, it might be a serious offense, but he's never been in trouble before, he comes from a good family. We're gonna try, like the Brock guy, the one that got like 90 days in jail for nothing, basically, for the assault case. Brock Turner, was that his name?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
I think when they see them more of like, this is just a good, clean-cut kid. But when it's like an older person with a more heinous offense, they'll prosecute, but it's just different. It's different when your defense counsel has all the time in the world to focus on that one client.
There's an argument in the chat. I just want to get real quick.
I'm seeing it too.
Polygraphs, are they admissible?
No.
So only if the parties, at least in Ohio, if the parties stipulate to them, they can come in. That means like the prosecutor and the defense attorney have to stipulate that this polygraph examination is going to be admissible. Normally, defendants will agree to it, because if they pass, the prosecutor is going to have a lot harder time proving their case. And a lot of times they dismiss. If they fail, well, then now the prosecutor has some great evidence against them because, you failed the polygraph examination. Personal opinion, and this is absolutely not scientific, I think they're junk science. Straight up.
Well, science agrees with you on that, OPT. They are junk science. In my state, they're completely inadmissible in court. They are not admissible at all. They have no scientific reliability. Yours too, Artie?
Same in New Jersey. Yeah, they're not allowed.
I kept telling the defense bar, like in our we had a defense bar association, whatever, and I kept telling everybody, like, stop recommending these, stop stipulating to these. They're junk. They're useless. Stop it. And yet they keep doing it because it could literally get their client off, which I understand the appeal, but we had a case, just real quick, we had a very serious murder case in my county that got completely derailed because the state's, like, this is 2.5 weeks of testimony, and the state's second to last witness mentioned that the defendant had failed a polygraph examination without any stipulation to it whatsoever. And it was actually the judge I work for now, right before I started working for her. but I was helping out with research a little bit. We jumped into the case law in 5 minutes. We're all like, the Supreme Court of Ohio has said, discussing the results of an unstipulated polygraph exam is a structural error that cannot be cured by a jury instruction. They had to end the entire trial in a mistrial, and it was horrific.
I would.
Case.
Is that because of Hollywood?
It was a double murder. Had to do with like a fire being set. It was awful.
Oh, that's not good.
I would like to see court be handled like a Maury Povich show just once, though, when they start admitting these polygraphs. You know, the judge is up there reading the results. Bill Cosby, it says that you didn't sexually assault any of these women, and the lie detector test determined that was a lie. And then he gets up and he runs into the chambers, and the cameras follow him, you know. And, you know, that's...
Screaming, the galleries hooting, hollering. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody doing a dance, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, the prosecution's doing the touchdown dance, and
right.
You know, that's how I view polygraphs, because it's pointless. Now, from a personal perspective, let's go back to what we talked about with Bill Cosby, right? Everybody saw him as America's dad. People watch too much shit on TV. Okay, if you're sitting there in an interrogation room and you're one-on-one with a detective and they ask you if you want to take a polygraph, don't. Okay, never. Because even though in many states it's not admissible, it's still an interrogation tool. Yep. You are taught from media, from movies, from TV, that a polygraph will have a lot of weight, and you will fail. A lot of people will fail just based on that if you're being interrogated. I'm not saying everyone's going to fail, because sociopaths will pass, like has been said in the chat. But never take a polygraph, please, for the love of Christ. And I am not a lawyer.
Polygraphs are also used, like you said, they're an interrogation tool, and interrogations are in themselves flawed because the person interrogating you is allowed to lie to you, right? So gotta remember that.
Yep.
It's a way to get you to waive your Miranda rights, because you're thinking, oh, this dude's polygraph, no, I didn't do anything, no problem, it'll be done, right? What they're really doing in the polygraph is getting you to lie, right?
Yep.
They're getting you to lie during it so that they can then say in some way you were being dishonest and then open you up to talk more. The way that they do that is they first prime you by saying, you know, tell us something that we know is a lie so that we can pick up on it on the polygraph and use that, you know, as your baseline. We need to establish your baseline. So like, you know, tell me something that's true. I have brown eyes. And then tell me something that's, you know, a lie. I live in a purple house, right? And so that the polygraph will know. Well, then they'll say, you know, well, I would never lie, Mr. Officer. Well, you just lied about the color of your house. So we know that you lie. You know, that's a very common polygraph question. And all it does, it's just a mental thing to break the person down mentally so that they'll start to second guess themselves, start to contradict themselves. And even if they never confess to anything, they can, even though they can't say they did a polygraph, they made inconsistent statements. You made
and this goes back to the entire live stream that we had. Yep. Don't talk to the police.
Right.
It always comes back to that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
If you do take a polygraph and they tell you, well, tell me the truth, you would say, and this is only if you want to F with them hardcore, tell them, I'm sitting here being interrogated. And they say, well, tell me a lie. And then you tell them whatever it is that you've been charged with. That way.
I guess.
Wow.
But don't
that Uno reverse card right there.
Yeah. Don't
No,
even
you.
set yourself up. And I think it's safe to say if you hire a lawyer and he lets you take a polygraph, then get a different lawyer.
We have one person that thinks they work.
No, I think we got a troll in the chat, good citizen. And again, just do battle with him. Don't time him out unless he says something.
No, they're not timing him out. They're just having
I know that they're not. I'm just reiterating because good citizen in the chat, I think, is just being a troll. So,
all right,
he's the one who thinks Cosby.
Yeah, have fun with him. Yeah, he's the one that thinks that Cosby's innocent.
Yeah,
or says so. I don't think that this person actually believes that.
That's fine.
You want to go back to supers now?
Yeah, we need to. I that was my fault. I derailed the whole
Wait,
thing.
no, let Natalie.
Oh yeah, Natalie.
Oh yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye real quick. Thank you for having me on. I'm sorry to leave early again, but it's date
Always
night.
running away.
Date night.
It got too heated for her, and she just can't hang. It's
That's
cool. We
right.
understand.
I just
Rage quit.
punked out.
No. Natalie, you have a good time. You said I thought I heard you say you had a reservation, so I hope that goes well.
Yeah, I got trial tomorrow too.
I think what she meant is that she has reservations about ever coming on here again.
No,
Yeah.
I've got reservations at an actual place. And we won't be having to wear masks or anything. It's gonna be great.
Nice.
Oh, it's so cool in Virginia now because I'm all fully vaccinated and all that. I could pretty much go anywhere without a mask on. It's so nice after an entire year plus of having to put this stupid thing on my face. I'm not saying it's stupid because it doesn't work. They work. I'm not saying they don't work, but it's so nice to be able to just go to 7-Eleven and buy my soda and not have to put this thing on my face. So it's super nice. I'm glad we're finally coming out of this whole thing on the other side.
Me too.
Thanks for letting Natalie talk.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 Good night. Enjoy. Bye, chat.
All right.
Always
do it, I
great
guess.
to have Natalie around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Smarty Marty for $4.99 says, no matter how good people appear to be in the public eye, no one knows their true nature.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, that they say never meet your heroes; they'll just disappoint you.
Yeah.
Indeed.
John
And the
Erickson.
plot hole, I see what you did there. He said that nobody's happy that I don't have to put a mask on. I see what you did there, Johnny O.
All right.
Johnny O grows his own mask.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. John Erickson for $4.99 British pound says, even more reasons for a woman not to go to court. Yeah.
That I think he's talking about the the overturning of the conviction is just it's a kick in the face to all the victims, but like we've all been talking about, like, what do you do? I mean, it's the least bad outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Matt Bond for Aussie $2 says, what if the DA says he made an agreement but he didn't?
The defense attorney would have that memorialized somewhere, wouldn't they?
Well, they didn't have it written down here, but if I understand it correctly, like there was a news article about it when it was happening. So like it was documented, just not necessarily like by the parties, which is weird. But I mean that, and there's all sorts of evidence throughout the deposition. Again, he was forced to testify by the civil judge because he did not have a Fifth Amendment right at that point. At least that's what everyone believed.
Yeah, that's evidence enough right there.
It really is.
Yeah. Cinda Lucian for $10 says, quick question, if he is stupid enough to do this again because he thinks he got away with it, can he go back to jail?
But if he does it again, I mean, I don't know.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But that's one thing. At least he got 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, I think he spent 3 years in, didn't he?
He was in for 2 years, yeah.
2 years.
Yeah,
okay.
it was a
Or
good
something
bit,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And his golden years, so I mean, valuable years to him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So at least there's that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chris Oliver for $20 says, Schrodinger's cat, the corpus delicti, is a big shaky on this channel. LOL. JK, have a drink or two on me.
Thank you. It's funny because when that popped up, the only words that I saw was corpus delicti, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like,
Another one.
like not even a lawyer, but I've just been in this game long enough to know that it's like fingernails on a chalkboard.
Right.
It's not what they think it is.
Yeah, no, it's not. Okay, so Tom Castro for $5 says, "Great job, everyone. Any comments, updates on Jamal?"
Oh God.
We were supposed to get to that too today, but I don't know if we are.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I can actually answer some of that,
No?
unless we're gonna get to it.
I don't know anymore.
I don't want to jump anything.
I was AFK, so I didn't even hear.
It was
Updates
about
on Jamal.
I think we talked about the Cosby thing to death, so.
Yeah, can we stop
Yeah,
talking
we
about
went-
Cosby?
Yeah, that's what I advertised, that if we could,
Yeah.
you know,
Just start with Cosby.
that's a pretty big story too. And I
Yeah.
know that Artie and OPT, I think all of us are pretty familiar with it, but I know you guys have covered it a little bit. So
Well, I tried to cover it.
Yeah.
I was planning on covering it myself, pretty either tomorrow or sometime this week. But I
Too
know
bad.
OPT and Cake talked about it on Saturday.
We did touch on it briefly. But later on in the evening after the stream, Road Pirate Films was able to pull the Instagram videos that Jamal and his cohort shot and posted them on his channel. He does have backups of the videos, so if you're interested, check out Road Pirate Films. And while we were watching them, there were some updates. So all 11 were arrested. 2 of them were under the age of 18. 1 was 17. 1 was 11. 2 of the
11?
individuals... Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
2 refused to give names, and mind you, I might be reading faster than my brain's engaging, so bear with me. They were charged with unlawful possession of a firearm, in which they found and recovered 8 firearms.
Yep.
There are 8 counts, so 1 for every firearm. Unlawful possession of ammunition, use of body armor in the commission of a crime,
Yep.
possession of a high-capacity magazine, improper storage of firearms in a vehicle,
Yep.
and conspiracy to commit a crime.
Nice.
Potential penalties where they're at for each of these crimes adds up to a total of 19 to 58 years in jail or prison for each person charged.
yeah.
And for everyone who was above the age of 18 had a $100,000 bond. And the 17-year-old was released to their parents with a $10,000 bond.
What about the 11?
So the chat is asking for
There's
us to
not
please
much.
take a step back and start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are asking,
So Jamal,
like, yeah, we all know, so we don't think about these things because we all know who these people are. So let's.
yeah. So explain who Jamal is.
So
Well,
go ahead, Artie. You spoke with him, I believe.
yeah.
horrible.
Natalie and I have had the pleasure of speaking to him directly.
You want to stick with pleasure?
Most people can understand where I'm going with when I say pleasure. It's like saying bless his heart. Anyway,
Right.
going on. Jamal is the de facto, if not de jure, leader of a group called Rise of the Moors. It is a YouTube channel, and arguably is the most militant among the sovereign citizen Moorish groups that are out there. And by that I mean he claims to be a Marine. He, whether that's true or not, I personally have not been able to vet, but
It's
the
not.
long and short of it is he heavily advocates, despite his claims during the standoff, to be advocate violence in terms of ensuring his separatism for his Moorish nation, the Moorish people, whatever he classifies them.
As far as I've been able to tell, he never graduated boot camp.
No, he
was
he
injured.
washed out until somewhere in boot camp. I'm getting his discharge papers as we speak.
Okay.
Yeah. So they like I said, they're heavily militant. They've had videos uploaded on their YouTube channel of them, running war games or maneuvers, Jeremy DeWitt style, around Pawtucket, in full tactical gear. That they all but admitted that that's exactly what they were doing when they were heading up to Maine for quote unquote training. So, and in full gear. So that's who he is. That's who they are. One of his more infamous acts, most of you may have known him from his traffic stop from a couple of years ago when he was stopped in Connecticut. And that was an infamous video that was among a lot of the compilations. But nowadays, a lot of it has been his uploads where he claims to know exactly what he's talking about regarding jurisdiction, et cetera, et cetera. But really, what it comes down to, his biggest claim to fame is his militancy, that he is definitely a separatist of the Moorish variety, and I have had a live stream personally where I have broken down his video where he full-on advocates for violent enforcement of the Moorish people and their rights, notwithstanding what he claims.
I've seen some of these training events, and the way that they move, shoot, communicate, and their TTPs, I'd be amazed if he had any sort of military background beyond maybe a couple weeks. That's why I said
it was like very Jeremy DeWitt style airsoft,
right?
Milsim.
It's sad.
I've seen just the way that he handles a rifle. I'm like, no, you didn't serve.
And real quick, just to clarify an earlier statement on the charges and everyone involved. When I originally read the article, I just linked in the chat, they had the number 11 mixed into the same sentence with the 17-year-old. So it appeared that there was a 17 and 11-year-old. It was incorrect. They have since updated it. It was just one 17-year-old.
Okay.
And there were 11 total people.
Thank you.
So
okay.
Just wanted to clarify that for facts.
Thank you very much.
Well, that at least there's that.
He's like really heavy into the brainwashing, it sounds like, of them. Like when he was doing if they ask for your name, what do you say?
Right, that was creepy. That was creepy
crazy
as fuck. That was like some cult shit right there.
Yeah, it was serious cult shit. Did you guys see that part?
What?
When he was training them, saying, if they ask for your name, what do you say? Talk to
Jamal.
Jamal. Yeah, oh
yep.
Man, he lives and dies about being a leader of them, you know.
Right.
Oh, he's absolutely trying to brand himself as a cult of personality.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we didn't prearrange any of
cult
these.
Of personality.
Yeah, we should have I guess prearranged some of these videos, but I didn't even think that we would get this far on.
All right. You want me to go back to reading supers, or?
Yeah, please, because
do you want me to pull up some videos where he does that?
Sure.
All right.
Okay. Hey, the adults are talking for $5 says, this is really messed up. Money rules regardless of the crime. Also, what is Artie drinking?
Artie?
I'm blind, stinking sober right now.
Oh, no.
That. All right,
I know it doesn't compute.
Kidding,
but
don't boot him, but...
I had my fill last night on 4th of July. Many of my viewers can already attest to that. So I'm taking it easy today. Thank you.
Oh my God! So I'm sitting in my garage last night, and all the fireworks are going off everywhere. And not kidding, I know the difference. There was a whole fuckload of small arms fire mixed in with those fireworks.
Oh my God! And now everybody in the chat is calling me sus.
You are.
Wow.
Is this the real Artie, or is this an impersonator?
Yeah. Do I need to bring my cats for evidence?
They're CGI.
They're CGI probably. Yeah, there you go.
Was someone talking about a film YouTube site?
A what?
Someone in the chat's asking if they can get a link to the film YouTube site.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't
know. Road Pirate Films. I'll have to. I can get you a link to their channel.
He's a friend of the channel. I'm sure he wouldn't have any issues.
All I'm getting is news organizations.
Yeah, he doesn't have the video up on that channel. Road Pirate does have a few, so I'll have to find it and I'll see if I can link it in the chat. But I have linked Road Pirate's channel there for you.
Do you want me to play, when we get to it, a news channel's coverage? Because that's all I'm getting.
If it's
There's a lot
like
of it.
one of the ones, if it's really good content, if it's something throwaway that I might get a hit, then
I've actually got Road Pirates grouped up
great.
series of videos. If you don't mind, if I can share that.
Can you DM them to me?
yeah.
Well, all I got to do is just share it on the screen
Oh,
here.
that's right.
I can share the video file.
Yeah, you can just do that, huh?
All right.
Yep, bear with me for 1 second.
After,
So-
yeah, go ahead, Cliff.
I'll continue that for now.
Mhm.
This one's kind of objectionable. Christine Miller for $10 says Bill Cosby should be left alone. When they announced his net worth, the bimbos climbed out of the closet.
Wow.
Yikes.
Wow.
Well,
that's a hot take.
yeah,
It's a take. I'll say that much.
Mm.
it's a big steaming take.
Wow, Cliff getting salty.
Ridge 152 for $5. No message. Thank you. Corey Halsey for $5 says getting to go places without a mask because I'm vaccinated reminds me of getting my braces off as a teenager.
Yeah. I'm
Brady,
still wearing one.
I never had braces, but I can see, how, yeah.
Yeah. Grady Holmes for $10 says, I'm 57 and never been arrested, but if I ever see Glenn, I will punch him in the face. Will I be in trouble? Will my friends help me out? I'm 6'6" and 290.
Go
Wow.
for
You
it.
will get in trouble.
But,
Yeah.
But have you ever been
worth
arrested?
it?
Yeah,
Whether
it
you
might
think
be
it's
worth
worth
it.
it's up to you.
If that soldier had punched Glenn in the face, I would have, group funded. Yeah, I would have group funded his defense. So,
And if you've never been in trouble with the law before, could you really get in that much trouble?
yeah, well, he's in the army, so yeah,
I'm talking
and he's an
regular
officer.
Regular
Yeah.
people. Not
Well,
him.
a regular person, I guess a simple
Like, if
assault and
I
battery. I
did
don't
it-
know. Ask Artie or OPT.
If I did it, Artie, I've never been in trouble. I don't even have a ticket.
It doesn't matter if you have a clean record. If you punch somebody, you're going to get arrested you can get charged for battery.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah,
I'm not going
get
to serve
charged,
jail
but-
time. Is what I'm
Right.
saying.
If he's being racist,
It is entirely possible.
Circumstantial,
you can get jail
yeah.
time, yes, but the sentencing would depend on the judge, and
it's worth it.
Yeah.
I'm going to preserve my Fifth Amendment right and not answer that question.
Okay.
Right. But
Good move.
I don't know if I'm not going to say that I will group fund the defense for somebody that does that. I'm entirely not saying that right now.
No, you're not. No, we did not hear that. That's not what you said. You said you would have for that one person. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, for that soldier, yeah, I would have because
Enough. Just leave it there.
Yeah.
All right. Asher 1776 for $5 says, I would say even more reason to go to court. The more people who fight when SA happens, the more predators will be convicted. Very true. Michael Kraus for $4.99 says, the wife still makes him wear a mask, but it's leather and covers the whole head.
Ooh.
Oh my.
I don't care what that
We don't kink
video
shame.
showed. That wasn't me. Pornhub is lying.
Okay. Archangel 3 for $2 says, we need Artie in all of this.
We do. We always need
He's
Artie.
he's
More Artie.
literally like right there.
He's like
on
the
screen.
cowbell. We need more of them.
Yeah. Cinda Lucian for $5 says, thank you so much, Cliff, for pronouncing my name right. You are my hero. You're welcome.
Yay.
Miss Mandy 777 for $4.99 says, could the lawyer face any repercussions that got the conviction overturned for breaking the law?
I think it was more procedure that the lawyer broke more than law, but I'll let the lawyers weigh in on that.
I mean, I think we did already. I think. What
Yeah,
was-
kind of.
That's going. Don't forget, these are from before. So
Fair
don't worry
enough.
about it. You
Right,
don't have
yeah,
to
yeah.
answer them anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've already
I mean-
beat that to death.
Yeah, I mean, I know Natalie said that she believes the attorney acted unethically, and I mean, hearing the more of the facts that I didn't know when she talked about it, like, yeah, I could see why people would say that. I don't think she's going to be facing like disciplinary action, but her reputation's okay hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so Eva Roberts for $5 says, "Okay, folks can do their nonsense on their own without getting children involved with your nonsense."
Hmm? Oh, I think that was about Jamal. I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yep. Ziggy for the facts for $5 says, "Child endangerment for 11-year-old and her 17-year-old." That's only a 17-year-old. So.
17. Yeah.
I don't know how child endangerment would fit into that. It depends on what the state determines to be a child.
Yeah.
What about contributing to delinquency? Would
Could
that
be.
work?
It could be, especially because that's one of the most difficult states to own a gun in. So,
But they would
that's
have
possible.
to prove that the 17-year-old was in possession.
That's correct.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nuance in this and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think this is something that's going to go away anytime soon.
Nope.
I think Jamal, especially being the ringleader, he's
gonna
looking
serve.
at some time.
Don't you think?
Probably.
I would think so, and
I
you
hope.
know, it's pretty serious. They shut down I-95. If any of you, I know Artie and I are on the East Coast. I-95 shutting down.
That's not easy to do. Like
On July 3rd.
when the
Yeah.
Miamis River Bridge fell, they only shut down one side of it, and that was a bridge. Falling.
Right. I-95 is a major artery for the East Coast.
North South, yeah.
And they were shut down for, was it 3 hours, 4 hours?
No, a lot more than that. From what I hear,
It was at least 5 hours because
Yeah.
they stopped them at around 2 o'clock in the
It was
morning.
like, it was like 2.
And
it was,
they didn't get arrested until probably 10 o'clock.
the sun was up. Yeah. So,
Crazy.
yeah.
It was 1:30 to 11.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
It was 9 and a half-
I-95 during rush hour now, guys.
Like
I said, it was a
Holiday
Saturday,
weekend.
but again, it was July 3rd.
So, yeah.
Yep.
People
they're
are
lucky
going
that
away.
the police could have just gone away and been like, just let the mob take care of it. 'Cause,
man.
I'm sure there was irate people.
I-95 is never not busy. I used to.
Oh, I
Live
know
there.
all about it.
Yeah. I lived right off exit 6, so I know. No way.
I've driven all the way. I've been on I-95 down to Miami and up to at least well up past, say, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
So pretty much the whole stretch of it. That's how far it goes, all the way from the very southern part of the U.S. to the very northern part of the
Yes.
U.S.
Yeah, that's the same one that Jeremy Jewett did.
Oh,
by the
yeah.
way, yes. Jamal is based out of Rhode Island, Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeremy Jewett. But when Jeremy did it, he only shut down one lane of I-95.
Which is still, he couldn't
That's
do
big.
it. but
It's big
but yeah,
still.
he shut it down because they were escorting, what was it? A
Corvettes.
It was a Corvette parade.
Yeah.
Right. Stupid. Like
Not even a funeral.
I-95 is untouchable. Like
Yeah, it's the north-south Route 66, basically.
right. It's like if it's getting shut down, it's getting shut down by state troopers, not by some dummy with a
Like
fake
the president is coming down.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then, the president would probably get a lot of shit for it.
And only one
Oh
side.
yeah,
would too.
they do.
Yeah, and only one side would get shut down, not both.
Right.
Yeah.
Just saying. Go
All
ahead.
right. Head P Channel 1, new member, welcome to the bunkers.
Yay.
1,000 Angry Bears for 1069. Says Schrodinger, in regards to your most recent video, if they had gotten into an actual fight, do you think the soldier could have faced any charges if it was mutual? I think.
Maybe not from the cops, but from the army, especially because he's an officer. he would have a lot of explaining to do. Since he sort of was the first to engage, because he walked up to Glenn and said, knock it off with the racist comments.
Yeah.
Being in uniform on video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Some colonel or general would be asking a lot of questions. So, like I said at the end of my video, I understand why he didn't do it. And being a retired officer, I wouldn't have punched Glenn in the face either. But it would have been so nice if he did.
The want to do so.
Yeah.
Right. And
especially when Glenn's saying, "Oh, you're looking bad because you won't fight me," type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just this little guy. That guy would have crushed Glenn in 30 seconds.
Oh yeah.
I saw his he had jump wings. Like, the dude's been through some training, and he looked like a nice a fit young guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like somebody just said in the chat, he's the chief warrant officer, which it means like he's you're not a snowflake if you're a chief warrant officer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he would have run straight through Glenn, and all the sweeping the legs that Glenn talks
God! What?
Yeah. A grounded pound? No, the grounded pound would
All
have
I gotta
been
do is get you on the ground, get you on your back.
right. Yeah, no, Glenn would have been on the ground pretty fucking quick. I'd bet thousands of dollars on it.
Yeah. All right. Debate Shorties for $5 says, so Schrodinger's cat wouldn't group fund a Marvel Girls defense?
No, he would never.
I think she could take Glenn, and it might take a minute and a half, but maybe not as fast as the chief would have done it.
Pay for my defense, though.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Well, no, it depends. If I had a stream coming up, and I needed her out of jail, then yeah.
Oh wow!
I'd post the bail.
Okay. All right. I see where we stand.
Catch Bay for 549 euros says, joined about 5 minutes ago. Is this another drunk chat, or do you have real content?
Okay.
The shots fired. Jesus.
Yeah, this isn't whiskey. This isn't Whiskey Wednesday.
No, you're on the wrong channel.
Right.
This is one of
you're
my
on the wrong
usual
channel.
streams. You're on the wrong channel.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Grady Holmes for $10 says, it's okay, I would still do it because Glenn really deserves it. I would also hurt someone who tried to burn a flag in front of me, so...
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a whole different stream, but man, burning a flag in front of a military person. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real quandary.
Oh wow! Just read one of the ones ahead of you.
I just saw that.
Shut up.
Well done, Michael Krause.
Oh, okay, so there we go. Next one up, we have the plot hole for $5 says, here's your requested payment/appearance fee for the documentary. Cheers, Schrodinger's Cat and Co. Thanks for helping me break 2K.
You deserve it.
Yeah. I watched his stream earlier today. Like, the dude has built a solid channel to where every Monday I know that I can watch his stream and I'll get all caught up on everything that's happening in the debunker community. If you're not subscribed to the plot hole, do it, because every Monday you're going to get all caught up and you'll be like, oh, I missed that stream. Of somebody that he's talking about, and you can go back and find the streams that he's talking about, and good stuff, Johnny O.
Today when he was talking about Radical, he showed Sir Sick. I loved it.
Oh yeah. I
love that shit.
He's good with the snark. I've been the victim of his snark many times.
Yeah.
All right. Fog Repair Shipakashi for $2 says, never mess with the military, period.
Yeah, pretty much.
Michael Kraus for $3.99 says they'd give Tina a senior citizens discount though.
Okay. All right.
It's the AARP Legal Defense Fund.
Wow. Wow. All right.
Do you go to Liberty Medical for all your diabetic
Shut up.
supplies?
Wow. Cliff.
Oh, donate test strips. Donate your test strips to Tina.
All right.
Schrodinger fallen and I can't get up.
Oh. Okay. On that one, I'm leaving. I'm taking the stream and I'm going home.
No, you're not.
All right. Last one. John F. for $5 says Glenn can't fight. He gets out of breath going to the bathroom.
I mean, he gets out of breath breathing.
Yes, you stole it from me, OPT.
That's good. That's good.
Right. It's so bad. Like he breathes so hard, just standing there.
Yep.
And then he wants to talk about that he's going to take on this young soldier. Like. Like, how would that even... It would be like Conor McGregor versus an infant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we're all caught up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where are we on what we were actually talking about?
So I was able to load the video up. And this is the video. This is the video that OPT and I started looking at Saturday night. We only went through about half of it, but this is a mix of different incidents with Jamal.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be low volume here for the first 30 seconds or so. They're gonna mute.
Peace.
He's got the KFC bucket.
Yep.
No.
So right here, what's happening is they're doing their class, heavy air quotes, and they were live streaming it, and they're walking around with long rifles on them. So somebody called the police and said, hey, there's people walking around with long rifles in public. And so the police came to investigate. And this is going to show their interaction with the police here. Tina, if you want to skip forward a little bit.
I'm not running it.
Oh.
You are.
Well, we can all control it.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So about right here is where they skip over to where they talk to the police.
Are they using like a public building?
Yes.
Trolls online.
Following the class, controlling the class, whatever. Somebody called. We had no idea.
We understand.
Somebody called you. Called us. It was a phone call. Okay. You got to respect the fact that it's our duty to investigate, right?
Once there's a crime committed and once you have a warrant, but until then, there's no investigation.
Don't need a
Stop
warrant.
waving your hand.
No, that's not how that works. No.
Yeah.
That's it. We're not saying anybody.
And mind you, if anybody wants to pause this, this is a video file. Anybody can control what's on the
I
screen.
didn't know that. That's cool. Thanks.
And nobody on the phone call was saying there was a crime committed, right? What the phone call was in regards to was they were afraid that somebody could get hurt by an automatic weapon that's not supposed to be.
I would like for you, I would like for you to stop saying automatic weapon because you know they're illegal in Rhode Island, but that's hearsay over the phone and you didn't verify if it was an automatic weapon or not. So please stop putting those words onto us. No, you know, right? But you have to understand that you have to use the proper words because...
we don't understand.
Yeah, we don't understand.
We overstand the law. We overstand.
Overstand the line. That
Drink.
is...
Yeah.
Exactly.
You sound like Ernie.
Miss me with that bullshit is what I want to say.
Yep.
The safety consists of like the safety.
So, but when we came outside and we were all in the classroom with children, with mothers, I'm pregnant, and we said, everybody is safe. There's no problems here.
Once we're here and we understand that fact, if the fact that you had let us go inside or whatever, and we saw everything that was going on, and we were able to inspect what we were inspecting, and everything would have been fine. No, it's going to end this way, and we're going to leave anyway. Because we have no standing in there. We shouldn't even be allowed in there as it is. So can you say who you are for the camera?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, Via, just
Yeah.
So
he can never just take the win.
Yeah, no. So this is a traffic stop where he gets his window broken, so we get a little palate cleanse.
Yay.
Oh, nice.
Am I suspected of committing a
There
crime?
it is.
Oh yeah, I know. This
I'm
one.
not required by law to have it registered. No, I can travel on the highway. I know.
Is this the one in Connecticut?
Yep.
Can I just say that living in Connecticut my whole life, there is no sheriff that will come to a traffic stop or anything else. All they do is serve paper. They serve paper. That's it.
Oh, is this the one where they say that there is no sheriff's department, and he says he doesn't believe them?
Yeah.
Right.
They're
some
right.
places don't have sheriff's departments. Just deal with it.
We have one, but all they do is serve paper.
Again,
in Virginia. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just want to say he operates under the archaic belief of sheriff's officers being like the sort of like highest authority in the land, and they think it's universal across all states.
Right. Where I live in this corner of Virginia, sheriff's deputies don't even pull you over. That's not their function. They don't do traffic. They don't do any of that stuff. Like Tina said, I guess Connecticut's probably the same. They serve warrants. They are bailiffs. You know, they run the courthouse, stuff like that. You'll never get pulled over in a traffic stop by a sheriff's deputy in this part of Virginia.
What's it doing in New Jersey, Artie? Sheriffs.
New Jersey sheriffs have enforcement power. So they're like a lot of other states where they do have enforcement power along with their duties to enforce court orders, serve papers as you would expect from other states.
Does anybody know how many states are like Connecticut and Virginia?
Right. Ohio, we actually give the sheriff's department policing powers. In fact, some like townships like actually pay the sheriff's department to basically be their police.
Really?
Yeah.
Instead of a police department?
Yeah, some places
some
only have a
townships
sheriff's department.
Yeah, so there's some townships we have are too small to have their own police department, so they'll just pay the county sheriffs.
Yep, here sheriffs do prisoner transport and act as bailiffs.
So, would you say most states are more like you guys than Connecticut?
I would say most states, the sheriff's offices have police powers.
Okay, good.
Well, I would think in Virginia they have police powers. Like if they're driving, down the road and they see like something obvious, they can address it, but that's not their function.
That's not like in Connecticut. Connecticut, they only they will call the cops.
Oh, I don't think it's that way in Virginia.
Put it this way, what I mean by police powers, I mean arrest powers.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They cannot enforce local crime.
Right.
Or whether they can enforce local, state, and state criminal acts.
Yeah. So the person in chat who says that he thinks he identified Chief Warrant Officer Rojas and has his contact info, email me. Because I really want to try to get that guy on a stream. If you go to my channel and go to the about part, or there's another email in the
or Discord.
Yeah, or contact Tina. There's a million ways to get a hold of me, but if I could get that dude on a stream, that would be really cool.
And Connecticut has police too. It's not just state troopers, Sir Lionheart. Okay. Back to the video.
I know what you're telling me. No, I didn't.
I'd like to hold it, please.
You don't need to hold it.
That's standard practice. I do need
Oh, well, he's being such a child here.
It's not allowed.
Oh, he's just a child.
Can someone call the sheriff, please?
There is no investigation.
What investigation?
That's enough.
Interfering with who?
Our investigation.
What investigation? What investigation?
Oh my God, I hate him so much.
What is this investigation? Can you give me a copy of the Constitution, please? So you're telling me what to do with my property? Okay. You're telling me what to do with my property?
Yes, the window.
My window is open.
And it's open now, bitch.
It's open now. No, it's as I was saying on a Kick stream Saturday. It's now an X window.
The window is no more. It's singing with the choirs invisible.
Oh
right.
God. You guys are weird.
So.
My seatbelt's still.
Yeah.
My seatbelt's still on.
So take it off.
Oh, he's not going to.
You're such a child.
This is not resisting. It's being the toddler laying on the ground. I'm not doing anything.
Right.
Did he literally go limp?
I don't know.
Somebody started it back
sorry
over.
about that. My bad.
That's all right.
That's
Yeah,
what
thank
that guy made a couple of videos about him. That guy press on.
But
That's
hold
what
on,
he
you
does.
went too far. Went too far.
I didn't do it.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
He's got it. He's got it.
Yeah, press on really nailed it.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
shut up. Shut you.
What?
If there was
when
a
you
trap
go-
door, Cliff.
But passively resisting is still resisting.
Isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
Isn't it? Okay. Good. So when they go limp and stuff like that, that is resisting.
I believe
yes?
if it interferes with the officer's ability to like arrest you and take you into custody. Now
Right.
I don't know offhand. I'd have to look that up exactly, but I'm pretty sure if you do anything at all to prevent the officer from putting you into custody, including going limp, I think that's possibly resisting. I'm not
It's
entirely
passive
certain.
resistance. It's
Yeah.
it's maybe a lesser charge, but it's still.
But it's a
resisting.
charge.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Good to know. Because they
So
always
this-
say that. I'm not resisting. Yes, you
Yep.
are.
So this next clip is him getting a phone call from the FBI because they totally just want to talk to him and he's not in trouble.
Good.
Hey Jamal, this is Brendan. I'm calling with Providence FBI. If you could give me a call.
Why you open my face?
I'm looking to talk to you about something. Do not have any trouble or anything. I'm actually looking to see if you could help me with something. Just clarify something for me. I can.
So this video is about the FBI in a investigation of the.
Oh my God, look at his hair.
organization. And just in case you didn't see the first video, we have 3 guns. Like I said earlier, if the FBI tries to do an illegal search
Or neutralize you?
Yeah, or neutralize me while I'm at home.
That's not a threat.
That's a threat.
Totally not a threat. I don't know what you're talking about.
We got 5562. Hold on, wait.
He thinks he's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
He does, and he's
We got 40.
It's
so
cringe.
I got regular 40
tactically.
hollow point, regular 40 hollow point, regular 40 hollow point.
He's
however
so
they want it,
tactical,
they can get it.
guys.
No,
To
it's
be able to do any.
Wow.
he didn't even check the chamber to make sure that it was empty. Like that's standard. If you got a weapon in
He's
your
gonna
hand,
kill one of his kids.
that's step one. Is you show that the weapon's clear and safe.
He's gonna kill one.
That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying that he was never actually in the military, because there's some stuff that's just muscle memory. Like you pick up a weapon, check that it's clear and safe. That's just step one. Anybody
far
that's in the chat that was in the military will tell you.
How far into boot camp do they teach that in? Because he obviously washed
Didn't
up
get
before
there.
that. Yeah.
I didn't go to Marine Corps boot camp, but I would imagine the Marine Corps is just like anybody else. That's like day one, or day one that you actually put your hand on a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say he's one of those guys who's constantly in his head in a movie.
Yeah,
Like he's that guy in that movie.
yeah, he's
And his
John
whole
Wick,
life is just that. Yes.
right?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, kid.
Anything until we have a military. So all of us see that there's a fucking problem with these Europeans. Anytime I bring up fighting, more change the subject. That is the only way we're gonna get our salvation. There's no other goddamn way.
Good luck finding Europeans to fight in the U.S.
Yeah.
He doesn't realize he'll be up against the U.S. military. Not.
Oh my God, it's so tactically fucked up.
Watch the shitty knee slide.
Oh my
What was
God,
that?
that is total COD Warzone epic quality MLG Pro.
That
air
is.
horns.
I want to.
Trip?
No, he tried to knee slide. Watch this again.
I think you'd be dead like before you hit the ground if you tried that with people shooting at you.
What are you doing in my
What are you doing with my fez?
No, did you hear what he said?
What are you
What are
doing?
you
Yeah,
doing
what are you
my
doing in my
house?
house? Look, he didn't even slide.
No,
he
he
hit
didn't.
the ground and locked into place.
Yeah.
And he's not even firing controlled pairs. Like, that's not that's not how you do that.
But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. To the layperson, he looks like he knows what he's doing, right?
Maybe, but what it should sound like is bang bang, pause, bang bang, pause, bang bang, and he's just doing bang 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 bang. That's and he does. Go back to the beginning. I don't even think he's wearing eye pro.
No, he's not.
I don't think so at all.
Eye pro?
Protection. Goggles.
Okay.
So,
eye protection. Right. Okay.
Right. Which is
that's not cool enough for him.
Well, I wonder if the turban and his hair and the fez that's under the turban are his ear protection.
Well, that I mean, in combat you wouldn't be wearing ear pro, but you would have goggles on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's pretty
but he's
good
not in combat.
He thinks he is.
He's a douche canoe sitting out in the woods firing guns that he probably shouldn't have.
Right, and he's probably never heard the phrase "train like you fight" because he probably didn't make it past week one.
Well,
he's too tactical for iPro.
I guess he couldn't find any real veterans to teach him how to actually train. I guess
it's embarrassing, like how fucked up his TTPs are.
Yeah, let's watch that awful
Please
set of
do.
Keanu Reeves wannabe.
Oh God, Keanu at least actually trained with real pros.
Yeah,
and trained hard.
What are you doing in my house?
I don't see eye protection.
I don't either. And somebody in the chat said, "Yeah, he's not even controlling for recoil." That's true. He's not.
Get back!
I'm gonna burn myself, but I could. He looks like me falling basically to his knee.
A time to
Delta
love
Force
and a time to
like
hate.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, he's dead. Did you hear that?
That was the last thing they said. Yeah, he's dead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is also tactically fucked up because you assume that your target is dead when you confirm that he's dead. You don't just shoot somebody 5 times and be like, "Nah, he's good. He's good."
Right?
So now here is where he goes into what I have a question for OPT and Artie is how much of this is actually domestic terrorism at this point?
A time of war and a time of peace. There is a time for war and a time for peace, a time to kill and a time to heal. What makes you think it's time to be peaceful? Is it not written in your law? I said ye are gods. So since ye are God, is it not written in your law that you are gods? We'd rather fucking kill ourselves than submit to you. I'll let you figure that one out. So you know when the Europeans say victory, give me liberty, give me death? That should be your motto.
He's insane.
Yeah.
Definitely got a God complex.
Yeah, definitely God
the prophet
complex.
didn't teach that. Oh my God, the prophet didn't teach that. Oh my God, the prophet didn't teach this. Oh my God, the prophet
what is
didn't
wrong
teach
with
just
him?
pause right there. Pause right there.
Yep.
Well, can you go back a couple seconds?
He's trying to justify all this with his religion, isn't he?
Right there, right there, right there.
Yep.
That barrel's pointed up.
Yeah.
Is it?
It is.
Nobody in the military would not hyperventilate looking at that weapon. There's a magazine in it.
Oh my God.
The slides forward, the barrel's pointed up. That is not a clear and safe weapon. Like, I'm losing my fucking mind right now.
Are there kids running around his house?
If that falls over, that's gonna like, Jesus.
I mean,
if it catches something,
he's effectively. I mean, I think actually some of the later news reports caught this out. He has his own compound-esque in Pawtucket.
Mm-hmm.
So it would not surprise me at all if there are kids there.
Jesus. God damn that! Why Can they arrest him for that? I mean, like, he's putting all these kids at danger if there's kids there. Child Protective Services, anybody?
Not
that
really.
woman
Yeah.
gets pregnant and she has kids there.
Yeah, this is.
I wonder
I'm
if this would
out
be
of
enough
my
for.
mind right now.
Honestly, wonder if this would be enough for a search warrant.
Maybe.
Well,
I'm not
he's
sure
already
for
in
what,
custody.
though.
He's in
Well,
custody.
now,
So
we're talking about
yeah.
this.
Well, they're doing search warrants right now. They're figuring out what the search warrants are for the cars.
Yeah.
So this this next bit is just him being a crazy person, which we've already established.
I was gonna say, like, what
I'm sorry,
more?
but he needs to be dead. Just gonna say it.
I don't think he's coming out on the other side of this without significant jail time.
He's
Oh, no,
away
not at all.
somewhere.
No.
He needs to be put
Like,
away
even-
where he can't hurt anybody.
By this time, if the prosecutor knows what the hell they're doing, they have already looked at his YouTube channel and looking to see what his mannerisms are, and will probably look to try and get him on a charge and ask for a significant sentence based on what they're seeing from his channel.
Yep.
They put their crimes on YouTube.
What's wrong with them?
It's like the guy in my video earlier today that was at the Alamo, like screaming at the people, and somebody said, "You're harassing them," and he was like, "Yes, I'm harassing them." What?
You just admitted to a crime. Wow. I'm dumbfounded.
I want to be fucking cowards. Because if you say, oh my god, if they see us outside with guns, they're gonna kill us. Oh my god, if they see us with guns, they're gonna kill us. Oh my god, you fucking shut the fuck up. Stop being a fucking coward. Think. All y'all niggas talk about, stratagem and I read the Art of War. Y'all niggas don't know nothing. They don't want
somebody
smoke.
to die.
Black lives don't fucking matter. We just say paperwork. We say read the Quran. You don't. It's because you don't understand, brother. The Prophet didn't teach that. Shut the fuck up, you bitch ass coward. You're gonna tell me a human being this fucking big won't fight for itself? Get that bullshit out of your mind that your life matters. It don't until you prove that shit.
Hold on. He just said that he's like, just looked at himself like, you tell me that we're not gonna fight, and like, you didn't.
Right.
You literally
he did.
When you had a chance to, you did not.
He was taken into custody without incident.
That is the irony of all of this. For all of his craziness and talk, when push comes to shove, he didn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm
happy he didn't do it, but he didn't
you're
do
right.
it.
I'm happy. No, don't get me wrong. I'm happy it didn't go out in a major firefight. But
yeah, he probably couldn't figure out how to take his rifle off of safe.
Well,
he wants blood. You could tell.
There is one more thing to this, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, the police did a great job. Look at all the patience that they had, and all of this other stuff." Right now in America, we have such a polarized view against the police. Whenever there is some form of interaction with a person of color, and 11 African Americans that were armed with plenty of rounds that shut down a major interstate for 9.5 hours, and not one shot was fired.
Thank you.
And it's been covered worldwide now. The Daily Mail has this. I've seen this on several BBC. How is this going to affect that viewpoint
narrative
now in America? How is it going to change the narrative?
I don't think it will. I don't think it will. No.
Because no one's gonna look at this like that.
Nope.
Liz D, I'm hearing static in the stream also.
Yeah,
Is
so
anybody
am I.
else?
Yeah,
I am.
I don't know what can be done about that. We'll try to figure it out. It's minor, so
I don't know what. I honestly, I'm sorry, I don't know what it is.
So this is the end where he talks about the other Moors and what they got caught doing, I believe.
Prove that shit. Prove it. In order to stop a thing in motion, you need what? Equal and opposite force.
They say things like, "Oh, how are you going to listen to people when they're going to jail? When they
That's
don't
his
even
lady.
know, they don't know the situation.
His lady.
They don't know anything
Yeah,
about why we went to jail. They just know that we went to jail, so they're just making up this whole story, in their mind." Jamal says COINTELPRO. About what's going on. And this literally just
So
sprung
he's
up on
got
us
this whole
because
black power thing going on. She is clearly mixed. That's a mixed girl. So if he's doing this whole black power thing, then he's got some explaining to do.
No, it's not black. It's not that. He is
No, it's
absolutely
Moorish.
separatist, but it's
Yeah.
Moorish.
Yeah, it's Moorish.
It's
Well,
not
she's
full-on black separatist group. I mean, they borrow a lot of the language, borrow a lot of the narrative, from
Right.
it, but the Moorish ideology isn't like black separatist ideology.
But
even if they borrow it heavily.
Then she's half Moorish. I'm not going to say whorish, but
no, but being for them,
that was a
Moorish
perfectly good
isn't
joke.
really-
You just went right by.
I
my
know, but
perfectly
I'm
good.
not even going to entertain that joke. But
I'm muting everybody one at a time. Let's see.
But my point being is that's not a part of their ideology.
Oh my God, it's Artie. When I muted you, it stopped. Yeah, when I mute Artie, it stopped.
I blamed Artie from the start. Like,
I don't
that's
know.
my default position
All right,
whenever
I guess
anything goes
it's
wrong.
my time to leave then.
No,
No. It's very minor. It's not even a thing.
I just wanted the chance to say it's Artie's fault.
It's a tiny little crackle in the background that I
Nobody
didn't even
cares
notice
about.
until somebody said it in the chat, and then I listened and I was like, oh, a little tiny little crackle.
It's a running gag in our Saturday streams that
It's
we
Artie's
end
fault.
up with audio issues, and I always blame it on Artie, even if it's my fault.
I blame everything on Artie, even when he's not around.
I fell the other day. Like, I tripped over some shit, and I was like, fucking Artie.
Damn it, Artie.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll see y'all later.
No, stay. We love you, Artie.
We love you.
Please.
Okay. I'm out. No, it's just I'm out.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I was gonna also showcase this before I left.
Okay.
This is like a very, very, very late Christmas.
Put him up
gift
on
from
screen.
My
'cause,
brother-in-law.
yeah, there you go.
Good.
And he got me this because he's actually a fan of my channel. He also had an interest in sovereign citizen even before he knew of my channel and what I was doing. So he got me this and I finally got it as a late Christmas gift, which is he decided to make a purchase.
No.
And got me this. So.
I want one. I want one so bad.
So why isn't it on your car yet, Artie?
Cliff, no, that's not going on my car. No matter how much of a joke I know, I'm not doing that.
Wait, do you still need both plates in Jersey, or can you put it on the front?
You do need both plates on both.
Okay.
Both ends, yeah.
All right.
Just buy a junker and put it up on cinder blocks in your driveway and put the private plates on it.
Oh my god.
But the fact
that's epic though. That's
the
epic.
fact that you need both plates in New Jersey, that's statutes and codes. That's not law.
That's also true.
I hear a kitty.
I know. You hear? It's Winston. Winston, what do you want?
Kitty.
Wow.
All right, fine. Be that way.
Do your cats go outside, or are they purely like inside cats?
Purely indoors.
Mine's indoors too.
Good.
Not that she doesn't
Like,
try to run
well-
outside, but I keep her indoors because
They want to see the kitty.
that and
They want to see the kitty.
just safer for my cat to be inside.
I don't have a cat, but my parents live in the country, and they periodically have them, and they like are inside/outside cats. They'll like
Yeah.
go outside and kill a bunch of animals and then come in for the night.
Yeah, my cat was like that. He'd go out to do his business and he'd come back in.
Right, drag back rabbits and field
Yeah.
mice and the
So-
occasional snake.
Cat didn't really do that, but
Early on in my cat's time here in my house, well, I'm sorry, in her house, like I was in my computer room here, and I don't know when she did this because I didn't see it when I walked in, but I stood up, turned around to go to the door, and I see a mouse laying on the floor.
Oh gosh.
Well,
yeah.
At first, I thought it was one of her toys. Then I looked closer, like, there's no color on this. It's not. I'm like, oh my god, that's a real mouse. And I was looking things up, and I'm like, it's either that she left like an actual present for me, saying like, "Hey, look, I hunted and gathered this for you," or she thinks I don't know how to feed myself.
Either or is both great.
I saw this thing on one of the nature channels. They were like ranking the deadliest creatures on Earth, and what came in at number 1 was the house cat.
No, no, really?
They
literally.
are murderers.
They kill more types of animals and more frequently than any other predator on Earth, including humans.
They're cruel too.
What?
Right. They kill. They're one of the few animals that kill for fun.
Yep.
Cats. House cats.
House cats. House cats are the deadliest creatures on Earth.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope.
According to the documentary I saw.
Were humans second?
I don't know if they ranked humans in there, but they did say that cats are more kill more frequently than humans.
This is why you need to talk to your cats about, safe gun ownership.
I'm like
I need to get that
shocked.
Nope.
Well, I had an argument with somebody the other day about cats because I don't know much about cats. I've been a dog person my whole life, but I was told never to declaw a cat.
No, never declaw a cat.
Yeah.
100%
I don't see
never
anything
declaw
wrong
a cat.
with it.
You're amputating their toes.
Yes, it's the equivalent of amputating the tip of your finger.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
'cause I knew that it didn't seem right, but she's like, "Well, it was only their front claws."
No,
what?
I had a cat
You
once.
are cutting off this part of the finger.
Oh wow!
That's
Right.
the equivalent.
Yep.
I had a cat once, and I would trim just the sharp tip off about once a week.
Just cutting the nails, yeah.
Yeah, just so because cats will accidentally scratch you. So I would do that because it was an inside cat. But for an indoor-outdoor cat, I would never do that because you're just taking away their defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you do it inside, then the only defense becomes their mouth, and they start biting a lot more. Not to mention that everything hurts to them because again, you've amputated part of their body off, whatnot. Honest to God, look up Jackson Galaxy and his thoughts. His videos on declawing, and he'll go over it in detail, and it's horrific. I never wanted to do it before, when I got Tina, because I'm like, my cat Tina, that is. Because I'm like, it's inhumane, whatnot. Or it's just, I don't want to do that to my cat. And then I found out what it actually was. And I'm like, oh my God, I literally started writing animal rights, groups in Ohio, asking them if they had any lobbyists in our General Assembly to ban the practice. Some states have done it. I think a state or so has done that.
How did we go from Bill Cosby to cat's claws?
People wanted to see my cats before I left, and I showed them Winston.
No. It's funny how
a conversation
streams
keep the whole thing straight. We went from Bill Cosby to a militant to cats.
Right.
Yeah.
And cats are militants.
It makes sense to me.
I was gonna say it doesn't really seem like it's that far of a logical leap, really.
Cats are
cats are competent.
Domesticated terrorists.
They're competent, militants.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Jamal wants somebody to die, just not him.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sort of like
he wants to
News
be a
Out
martyr
Omaha's
without
handlers.
being a martyr. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to be the guy who trained the martyr.
Yeah, he wants to be the guys that send him out there with a suicide vest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and they can sit there and
think about the mullahs. What mullah has ever strapped on a suicide vest?
What's a mullah?
The
leader.
The leaders, in the Middle East that they'll find slow kids, and they'll teach them all about the Quran and all this and that, and they're like, oh, you can get all your virgins if you just put this vest
They'll
on.
misteach them. They will misteach them about the Quran.
You've never heard of this?
No.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
They
in all
load them
ser-
up with opium.
well, that too, yeah, and then
It's
they'll
zealotry. Regardless of what book, it's zealotry.
they'll give them a suicide vest with the little button, but there's a backup.
Yep.
So the mullah's got his little cell phone. So
And
if
they
the
don't
kid
do
doesn't,
it?
right,
Oh.
If they don't do
This
it,
has
they can put it up themselves.
right. No, this has been going on for 20 years now.
Yep. So, Artie and OPT, following back up from my previous question, the Southern Poverty Law Center is obviously aware of the Moorish national movement and their ties to the sovereign citizen ideologies. With all of this information that's available, is there not a way that they could put charges for like domestic terrorism based on some of the threats that they've made?
I don't know, only because I don't know the domestic terrorism statutes all that well.
I would say no, because domestic terrorism is a very specious law. Because again, you're delving into the realm of speech, right? So involving speech in terms of the ideology involved.
Yeah.
If you're a foreign national, then yeah, you can get hemmed up. But then you're dealing with a U.S. citizen, even though they don't want to be claimed a U.S. citizen,
Right.
but that's neither here nor there. Based on his actions, saying all of this radical shit, I would say in and of itself alone wouldn't be enough to put them up on charges, because because the domestic terrorism charge, what exactly has he done other than speech, ideology, and wargaming, or pretend wargaming at a range.
Yeah.
And in and of themselves, it's not really going to put them into
What
anything.
would?
Well,
what happened to them over the weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I mean that's why I was saying, once the prosecutor has got these guys on legitimate charges, he's going to look at their YouTube channel and seeing what kind of individual this is. They're not going to get them hemmed up on additional charges necessarily, but they are going to use, just like the feds did with Al Capone and tax evasion, they're going to use what they have and being able to punish him for accordingly for that.
I wonder if
Right.
Rico could get him.
It's
No.
going to be like sentencing.
No.
No.
It's never
Part
Rico.
of it, at least. Like
No.
with the
No.
you're right. You're right.
Rico's pretty specific.
Yeah.
Rico's he's not engaged in mob activity. No.
Yeah. Right.
What made me think of it was the organization of it and the recruitment and stuff like that. But
But you had
totally something different.
As far as terrorism goes, you had the anti-mask Karen recently that was like spitting on the produce in the grocery store.
What?
And
Spit?
she was she was one of the virus's fake people, and she was charged with making terroristic threats.
Well, making terroristic threats is like a much different charge than terrorist activity.
Yeah, the only reason I brought that up is I believe I saw a video on Virgo Triad's channel a while back where she was covering I guess, somebody who called themselves a Moor, and the woman would go on YouTube and scream about killing certain people of a certain race, and she ended up going to jail for some of the things that she said.
Sharon?
It wasn't Sharon. I can't remember who this woman was, but she used a lot of colorful language like Jamal, and she would show weapons in the video, and they ended up bringing her to court for it. So,
is this? I made a video about the lady that did something similar to that. I don't know if it's the same one. God, what was her name? She was one of the black separatists.
Light?
And
yeah.
No.
It wasn't Light, but she was a black separatist. I can't confirm that.
I've got the video on my channel. It's got like 500,000 views. Hold on, let me bring it up. But while I try to find it, somebody has perfectly reasonable question. What is RICO? So if y'all could touch on that.
Oh, God.
Sorry. I'm sorry I brought that whole nest up.
Do you have an hour?
Yeah, I know, right? Just
Racketeering and what?
Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act.
Thank
It's basically a federal law from the late 1970s that's inherently designed to go after the mob and the mob-like organizations. But the problem is, especially for whatever reason, it's become a meme among lawyer circles that people abuse the usage of RICO to the point of absurdity, to where it's now a meme to say it's never RICO. If people claim, they could get them up on RICO, it's not. It's wrong. They're wrong. They're automatically wrong.
It's like if you've ever watched House, it's never lupus.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the RICO is very, very specific.
Very specific, yeah.
Extremely specific.
Did you guys see the Vin Diesel movie? It was a true story where he played the mob guy that was defending himself in a RICO Act case.
No.
Oh, it's a great movie. It's like the one good Vin Diesel movie.
I've never actually even heard of that.
Something like Prove Me Guilty or something like that.
Wait, are you trying to say Too Fast, Too Furious is a bad movie?
Shut the fuck up with
Or
that.
like,
What number are they on now? 9?
Faster, the Furiouser, the Furiouser 9. I don't know.
Yeah.
All I
The
know is
fastest and
yeah, I've watched the first one of those, and that's it.
Too furious for you.
Well, the new one, they're not car guys anymore. They're actually going into the jungle on a rescue mission.
Well, I mean, it's all about family, though.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that you can't drive a Subaru WRX through the jungle?
They're doing a SEAL mission, basically.
Actually, you can. You're supposed to in a rally, situation.
Oh, Pitch Black was great, actually.
Tina, check Discord. That's the video that I think that Kick is talking about.
Is it Angry?
Yeah, she declares open war on crackers.
Wow.
Yes.
I got a jet though, guys.
This predates me switching to subsets.
We're losing.
Arnie.
Yeah.
Artie, we love you, senpai.
Well, take
the
a
hell up,
couple
Kid.
minutes. Take a
Say
couple
goodbye and
minutes.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Floor is
Alright.
yours.
No, just saying thank you for having me on. I don't know when I'll be back on. Probably tomorrow. And we'll be going from there. I have some things going on. I do have some projects in the works. We'll see if I can get to them, but for the most part, I may or may not have the time because I got a lot of work to do with the house, with the family, and everything like that. So, but yep, thanks again for having me, and I'll check you guys later.
Say hi to the family.
Yep.
Enjoy your time with them.
Bye.
Have fun.
Bye.
Bye. Be well.
Later.
Later.
Okay, let me grab that for you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is who he's talking about.
I'm
I'll know her
100%
name.
positive. This is it. This
Oh,
this
wait,
is
I
her.
didn't do it right. I
This
gotta do it
chick
again.
is nuts.
Wait, let me do it the right way this time. How about that?
She's absolutely insane.
Okay. Now you'll be able to hear it.
Black motherfucking power.
Wow.
As you
Okay.
probably all noticed.
I'm gonna-
Straight out of the gate.
Yeah. I was getting through the intro.
Maybe I'm not a cracker after all.
And enough is enough. Our time is now. They fuck with the last nigga that they need to fuck with. It's open, it's done. It's open speaking on a motherfucking crack.
Okay. What?
That's
No,
not violent.
So far, I'm on board with everything she said. I'm just,
Is she actually in the UK, or is that just a site?
No,
that
no.
had the site?
No, she's in the U.S.
Okay.
Period. I don't give a fuck about your cracker friends. I don't give a fuck about your Arab friends, your Chinese friends, all the motherfuckers you went to school with, all the motherfuckers that you think they really not that bad. Fuck them too. Enough is enough with this pussyfooting around with the motherfucking.
Can I ask what the fucking camera work is about?
I had no idea.
World star.
Yeah, maybe.
And this person's apparently like auditioning to be a cameraman in the WWE.
Yeah.
Maybe.
She looks like she's auditioning to be a character.
Yeah. They've been coming for our throats. They've been coming for our lives. They're killing our women, saying that they committed suicide. They're killing our unarmed men for no reason at all, for petty crimes or nothing at all, for traffic stops. Your tail
The
light
sound
out
effects.
and you getting killed.
I was wondering about that.
The bullets in the background.
And then she's sitting between two very large house plants. It's almost like, she's sitting in a jungle to make it sound like a war zone. And
Yeah.
it's the whole, it's the ambiance.
When they pull out wide, and you see like there's the end of the wall over there. It looks like she's in the lobby of a cheap hotel or something.
And it's funny because this is what we were just talking about earlier today. It's like they put their crimes on the fucking internet. Like this is the video that got her arrested.
I'm shocked.
Yeah,
shocked.
Really?
I tell you.
What?
Oh.
She went to jail
She
because
seems
of
like
this video.
such a nice lady.
She seems so level-headed.
Well,
It gets way worse.
Really?
This is what I was referencing when I said, could they bring charges against Jamal for that video that he made towards the FBI? Because everybody here, everyone in the chat, the attorneys watching, all of us said, that's a fucking threat.
But he didn't actually say death to them.
I think he did at one point.
I didn't hear him say it.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Even still, it's evidence that a jury can see and be like, yeah, this guy. But no, she's making direct threats, and like I said, it gets worse.
Keep going.
Absolutely.
All right.
On you when you're melanated. There's a green light on your life because you're black. How long are we going to live in this motherfucking America KKK, allowing them to do whatever they want to with us without any repercussions and without any accountability? That's bullshit. Are we going to be a race of sheep? Or are we going to be a race of warriors? Know where you came from, my people. We didn't come from a people that stayed lying down. We didn't come from a people that allowed them to kill, rape, maim
And you can
us,
tell she's a
brainwash
combat
us.
veteran because look at all the shrapnel in her face.
We're cut from.
I'm sorry, but that nose ring.
Boo.
That nose ring is a clip-on. I can tell. I know.
No, that's
a clip-on.
That's a remnant of a shrapnel grenade.
It's a clip-on.
From a cloth of warriors. We're cut from a cloth of gods and goddesses. Rise up,
Yes, that's a machete,
people,
by
and
the way.
understand and
Was
realize
it?
who you are.
Oh my
It's a
God.
double
Yes, it is.
for these motherfucking.
She's just doing some gardening later. That's all.
Yeah.
Just a little like.
Well,
Look at it.
She's got some ivy against her house she needs to cut off.
Yeah, some bamboo,
Yeah, she's got to get past those indoor plants to get to her hourly rate motel room.
Yeah. Look at it. It's a nondescript hallway.
Nondescript hallway in the nondescript house.
Yeah.
I'm tired of looking at the news and seeing another black man down or another black
Look,
woman
she's
down.
holding it upside down.
Oh, she is.
Oh,
you can't even wield it the way she's holding it.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Oh my God, it looks like a default house on The Sims.
Oh,
like you don't have enough money to decorate, so you buy a couple of plants, and that's it.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Hey, crazy lady, your machete's upside down. You
Yeah.
have to use
Point
the
it
sharp
out then.
side. I think the crackers are pretty safe here. And why is your camera moving all over the place? Is Michael J. Fox moonlighting as your cameraman?
Oh. Canceled. Canceled. Canceled.
That was a perfectly good joke.
No, it's not.
No.
Yes, it was.
I approve it.
Michael J. Fox is a national treasure.
Too soon?
Way too.
Shit, we're gonna keep on standing around
He didn't die, did he?
No, he's still alive.
No.
Okay, good.
idly buying red bottoms and Gucci belts and McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Don't come for my red
What?
bottoms. Don't come for my Louis Vuittons.
Where did McDonald's chicken nuggets come into this?
I don't know.
They are a luxury food, OPT.
Oh, okay.
Only the highest of cracker society can have McDonald's chicken nuggets. Everybody else has to eat. They have to eat Jack in the Box. They have to suffer.
You're not wearing those red bottom shoes, that's for sure.
I eat my chicken nuggets with
for their nuggets.
I eat my chicken nuggets with Grey Poupon.
I only go to Chick-fil-A. Thank you.
Now, when I go by McDonald's, they check to make sure that I'm a cracker before they actually give me the nuggets.
Right. They have a machine for are you white enough?
There you go.
And then they high five you.
Yes.
That's what you want to do with your life? That's not what I'm going to do with mine.
Upside down again.
That's not what we're going to do with ours. We're going to fight back. We're not going to take it anymore. So right now we declare open season on a motherfucker.
Whoa, she did not.
She's pointing a gun at her cameraman or person.
Oh.
And look at that poor trigger finger discipline.
Yep.
It's on the trigger.
It's on the trigger, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
You put that off to the side or something. I've seen it before.
It's a straight trigger finger along the side of the trigger guard until you're ready to fucking squeeze the trigger.
Right.
Oh God.
I pray to
I would
God that
drop
it's
the
unloaded.
camera and left. Just
Like, even
drop
then,
it right there.
As far as I remember, you don't even point an unloaded weapon at somebody just
you
in
don't.
case.
No.
Just in case.
That gun is definitely loaded, though.
Oh,
Is
You
it?
know that she has absolutely no care or consideration
That's probably true.
for anyone else's life but her own.
That's true.
They're all. I'm telling you, that every one of them in their minds is in a movie.
Yep.
Yeah. She's not done yet.
No, here we go.
Oh God.
Oh, you motherfucking crackers, y'all need to watch your motherfucking heads.
Look at that poor trigger finger discipline.
yeah.
I guess they don't-
To protect your motherfucking selves, because we coming for you. We coming for all you motherfuckers and all the descendants of you motherfuckers. Oh, they easy to tell you. Well, I ain't never owned a slave. I ain't never raped nobody. But you're living off a stolen inheritance. You're living.
Bitch, my family just got here. What? No. This is crazy shit.
Off the blood, sweat, and tears of blacks, and we're not going to take it anymore. We want our reciprocity, and we want blood for blood.
Oh my God! She didn't even. I
the
don't
wrong
think.
word.
I don't think I caught that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, she didn't
Reciprocity.
say- Yeah, she didn't say.
Reciprocation. is
No,
not
no,
the
no. She
word.
said
It's not the
reciprocity
word.
instead of reparations.
Reparations.
Like,
yeah.
it's reparations that she wants. Not
I made this so
reciprocity
long
and
ago that
Wow.
we have to listen and see if I even caught that the first time.
Right.
It's open season on a motherfucking cracker in this bitch. Let's get it.
Well, she seems like she has a solid game plan. She has her weapons, and she seems well hydrated. Let's see how things turn out for her.
No, you didn't.
I've seen worse on YouTube.
Ah!
Good morning, Natasha Ned.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Today you've been
Natasha
showing us
Ned. That's her
Yeah.
actual name.
This is a terroristic threats and acts, criminal solicitation, battery, and cruelty to children.
Children?
On the count of terroristic threats and acts, it is alleged that on or about the 20th day of September 2015, the 7124 South Lake Parkway Apartment H4, it is alleged that you threatened to commit crimes of violence against police officers. Police received information about videos posted by you that the
Pause that.
were
Look at that face.
Yeah.
Look at the disdain that she has for the
Right.
judge, for everybody else who's
Yeah.
in that courtroom. She has absolutely no care about what they have to say. She is
Nope.
that deep seated in this
Her
bullshit.
hate.
She is
Her hate.
mired so deep in the hate.
Yep.
She
Well,
is pissed off.
It dawns on her at some point because before the end of this video, you can see that she it's kind of sunk in a little.
Good.
posted on the internet in which call for terroristic acts against police officers in a Take a Cop's Gun Day movement. You exhorted people to arm up and gun up and start killing these crackers. You also advised people to take over a police station, and you also threatened to kill someone who called into your podcast.
Shit.
You were also charged with the state offense of criminal solicitation in the fact that It is alleged that on or about the 20th day of September 2015 at 7124 South Lake Parkway, apartment H4 in Morrow, Clayton County, Georgia, that you, with the intent that others engage in felonies, solicit, request, or cause them to engage in such conduct.
Oh,
That
shit.
you advise others to take the guns of police officers on the internet postings, and you call for terroristic acts against police officers in a Take a Cop's Gun Day movement. You also exhorted people to arm up.
Take a Cop's Gun Day?
Right.
I'm-
That
I'm-
was
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm guessing there's more to this than just the one video we saw.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of
no.
course.
This is not one video I drew this from. It was several.
No,
Right.
she's made different videos, not just that one.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
And gun up and start killing these crackers, and also to take over a police station and threaten to kill someone also who calls into your podcast.
She's shaking her head like she
The
didn't do it.
smugness.
Yeah.
Ms. Ned is also alleged that you are charged with the state offensive battery in that on or about the 20th day of September 2015 at 7124 South Lake Parkway, apartment 84 in the city of Morrow, Clayton County, Georgia, that you intentionally and without authority made physical contact of an unwanted nature to the victim, a 14-year-old, which caused her to have visible injuries.
Oh.
That you
14-year-old.
And
Not
right
her.
there. Plot
Yeah.
thickens.
She basically it sounds to me like she whooped somebody else's kid.
Yep.
Not her own.
Right.
Wow.
The defense, the armor, everything. You can see it now.
falling.
Just came down.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
whole
Right.
wall has shattered because she thought, okay, I can beat these other charges because
Right.
I have First Amendment rights, and now they got her in
Serious.
something.
Yeah.
Right. Like I said, it's slowly sinking in.
I could do some time.
Mm-hmm.
You did hit her multiple times with a belt and computer cord
Oh,
with your hands and fists,
Okay.
causing her to have bruising.
that's not, no.
Mm-mm.
And watch her pretend like she doesn't even know anything about this. Like
Yeah, I've seen
what?
that.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. She looks like she's shaking her head like she didn't do it.
And swelling to her lower back, buttocks, and upper leg.
What?
Yeah.
It is also alleged, ma'am, that you also charged with the state offense of cruelty to children in that on or about the 20th day of September 2015 at 7124 South Lake Parkway, apartment H4, and this is in the city of Morrow, Clayton County, that you intentionally and without authority made physical contact of an unwanted nature to a 14-year-old victim, which caused her to have visible injuries.
Ooh.
That she was struck multiple times with a belt and computer cord, and she was also struck with your hands and fists, causing her to have bruising and swelling to her lower back, buttocks, and upper leg. This act caused her to have excessive mental and physical pain.
Oh, no.
These are the charges that you are charged with today. Do you understand?
All I can say is yes or no, correct?
Right.
I understand, but I don't.
Understand.
Well, today, you're not here to plead or anything. I'm just here to inform you what your charges are today.
I understand the two charges that you first said, but the next charges of battery and child cruelty. I don't even have a child. I don't know what you. I have no idea what you're talking about.
How's that a defense?
Wow. We know you don't have a child. It's not yours, bitch.
It went from obstinacy to feigned ignorance.
Yep.
Right. And the judge sounds like he's like on the verge of just like losing
leaping
his
over the
shit,
bench.
too. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bitch, please.
A machete.
Are you sure that that's for me? Because
Oh. Really, bitch? No.
Well, I'm
I'm sure
informing
that's
you
funny.
of what your charges are, so that on this day, you are aware of what the state is alleging against you, okay? On the charge of terroristic threats and acts, no bond is being set for you on that charge today. On the charge of criminal solicitation, no bond. I'm not setting a bond on that charge today as well.
Yeah.
On the charge of
Yeah,
battery,
you're not going anywhere,
$2,000
chick.
bond. On the charge of cruelty to children, no bond is being set
Oh,
today on
you're
that.
sitting
Of course
there.
not.
Are you currently working anywhere?
No.
Of course not.
No.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
After reviewing your application for court-appointed counsel, I am
She doesn't know
going
about
to
that
appoint
either.
you a court-appointed lawyer this time as you do qualify.
Oh, what if the
further
what if
on
the lawyer's
order
white?
report that you
What is she? I don't think she wants a lawyer. Look at her.
Yeah, but like, what would
that'd be
what would her
funny.
response be if some like 28-year-old dude
Yeah,
straight out
fresh out
of
of school.
law school just like hi, my name is Norman. I'm your lawyer.
Hold on, Schrodinger. I'm gonna take you to task. You said that you just did a little while ago what we've seen some auditors do. You said this video had like 500,000 views. I just want to correct you. It's only got 86,658 views.
I was thinking. I honestly was, and I did. Guilty as charged. I thought I was thinking of a different one because I got another one of a lady talking about crackers. So, yep, I'm guilty.
He's so used to having them up over 500,000. That's
well,
the
no,
problem.
this was prior to. This was like a long time ago. That this you can see it's 2019.
So convenient that you don't remember,
right?
I didn't even remember that I mentioned the machete being upside down.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Look, the machete's upside down," and then you kept playing, and it was like.
So, friends in the chat jury, as you have heard in Schrodinger's testimony, we are getting some conflicting information.
F in the chat. F in the chat.
So,
F in the chat. Come on, guys.
Hold on. Somebody in chat is saying that he got blocked. That's
By a
absolutely. How can he
Ryan?
be blocked?
No,
how can
we're
I
seeing
see
it.
By a
Yeah,
certain
I can
person.
Totally see you. So
by a certain person, he's referring to.
Okay.
Oh.
So somebody else in the chat block. Well, we can't do anything about that. See, F's in the chat. F's in the chat. Guilty. F's in the chat. Sorry, Schrodinger.
I
Accept your punishment.
Well, I mean, on the other hand,
The prosecution rests.
Well,
Good
so
job.
here's the thing. Schrodinger, he made a simple mistake. It wasn't, malicious or anything. Nobody got hurt. It's a victimless crime.
All right. So, should I put a thumbs down on this video or a thumbs up, guys?
My opposition would have you believe that the entirety of the internet cannot be a victim to a crime, that a lie, even though it may not have been with the intention to harm, can still perform a level of harm to others.
Look, my friend on the other side here is trying to make the internet an actual real life entity. The internet is not alive. The internet is just a thing that we use.
Objection. The defense is trying to claim that the internet is a corporation.
No.
I'm just gonna say I'm reserving all my
So,
rights
thumbs
in
down?
all places at all times.
Thumbs down, then.
Yeah, we need to
Guilty?
we need to do a mock trial on something.
I know, right? I totally
That'd
want
be
to do
fun.
that.
For the record, on the record, let the record
show.
Yeah.
I want to challenge jurisdiction.
You're here.
My chat does not have jurisdiction over me.
Yeah, can you prove that my client physically is in your jurisdiction?
Well, considering the fact that right now we are in the court of public opinion and we are currently being viewed by the public, I would imagine that their opinion will matter, and so as such, you put the words together and you have public opinion.
But how can you be in public opinion? It's not a physical place.
Oh, are you then going to tell me that I can't put a charge against him where he could be buried under the YouTube?
Oh man, he's got you.
Do you not? He does not reside inside of the channel, Schrodinger's cat. He is just a arbiter for the contract and the joinder with which Schrodinger's cat provides to the YouTube audience.
But he doesn't stand under this.
I side stand.
This is amazing.
I
This is
overstand.
amazing.
I overstand it all.
I love every second of this.
I 360 degrees stand around it.
I adjacently stand.
I'm just laying down on the whole thing.
I stand by juxtaposition.
Can we just go swimming?
What?
I don't know.
Your Honor, I would like to submit a motion to go to recess because that sounds cool as fuck.
Yeah, that's right. Defense does not oppose said motion.
Come on, guys, let's go meet behind the swing sets.
In fact, defense joins in said motion.
Go smoke where the teachers can't watch.
So I'll go to Water Mania.
Are we done
Water
with the did the video end? Like what
No,
happened?
I just
No,
came
Tina-
back here for
Tina
Dora,
brought it down.
Yeah.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going.
I'll put it
the
back
trial.
up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll put it back up.
I think I was acquitted due to no jurisdiction.
Okay, we'll go back to the video then.
The gold fringe. It was the gold
It was
fringe.
a gold fringe, absolutely gold fringe. All right, here we go.
Shall stay away
StreamYards is not a vessel.
agent from the home of third person, from the person's home, workplace, and immediate family members of the victim, and you get that information as well. Do you understand?
Who's the victim?
It'll be.
It'll be on the paperwork.
She's really trying to pretend like she doesn't know who she beat.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I couldn't beat anybody because I don't have a kid. That's ridiculous.
Or she doesn't think that she injured this child like at all.
Okay. But she said I don't have a kid.
Right.
Like that means anything.
It was someone else's kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What, does she live by the
she
concept
could've
that if
been-
you want a child beaten, you got to do it yourself?
Right?
Apparently.
It takes a village to beat a child.
Or she could
Sorry.
be saying that she doesn't have a baby goat because baby goats are called kids.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Your next court date, Ms. Ned, is going to be October the 15th, 2015. It's going to be at 8 a.m. and it's going to be in courtroom 202 Magistrate Court. Do you have that information?
Is that?
Yes.
I believe she said she has it for me.
She's really not happy.
Mm-mm.
Ms. Ned, do you have any further questions?
I don't understand how a YouTube video is considered terroristic threats.
Here's a public service announcement.
Wow.
If you don't know that it's illegal to threaten murder on YouTube, then it is a good idea to stay away from YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find the final disposition of this case. If any of you out there know what happened,
Yeah, it's
to
over
Lata-
now. That's it. It's just you talking now.
I was gonna ask if we ever found out what happened to her, so that's unfortunate.
I know that it's out there now, but this was so long ago that I don't even remember. I do know that I saw what the final disposition was, but
Try to look it up.
What's her name?
Natasha Ned, I believe.
Latasha, I thought.
Maybe Latasha.
Ned, like Ned, Ned, or
I
know.
don't know.
You want me to go back?
I mean, she didn't spell her name. It wouldn't happen.
But
Just look up open season on Crackers. And,
I got it.
should
Well,
come right up.
I've got a few archives. I'm still looking through them right now.
Cool.
It's spelled very oddly.
Not surprised.
Oh yeah, TAUSHA.
U-S-H-A, Latasha Ned. 2 T's.
Well, oftentimes when they get in these extreme ideologies, they change their names.
So she got Vaughn back in 2015.
Okay.
Oh, apparently she was interviewed by Megyn Kelly on Fox News.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
What she had counsel that was kind of like
Don't
reining
say a
her in.
freaking thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If I'm somebody's lawyer, I never let them go on the media while a case
Right.
is pending. I'm sorry. I think I know they're not here, but I'm pretty sure Natalie and Artie would agree with me.
Yeah.
There's no reason to make a public statement. You're
There's-
only going to hurt yourself.
Right.
No, she was
Like-
not a part of it. On I-95 guy. Somebody
Like,
asked.
what's the value added to something like that? It's sort of like when we talked about don't talk to the cops.
Mhm.
You can't help yourself. You can only hurt yourself
Yeah.
or break even. So why are you even doing
and
it?
your lawyers, even your lawyers could do the same thing. I don't know if you guys know the channel Legal Eagle at all, but he did a short little video like right after the January 6th, like, insurrection or whatever. And like an attorney was out like having a press conference about his client, and the dude's sitting there admitting like everything, like, oh yeah, my client was inside the place and whatnot, and like he's watching this video, and Devin is just, I think that's his name, the guy is like, why are you admitting that? Why are you talking to the press? Like, don't talk to the press, period.
Because I think, and well, I wanted your opinion on this. He's not representing his client; he's representing his firm at that point.
And that's probably a truer statement than I'd like to admit.
Right, because like it's sort of like what's the guy that represented Trayvon Martin's family?
Oh, I don't remember, but
Crump was his last name.
Okay.
Like the whole time he wasn't defending anybody. He was just like the family retained him, but he was holding all these press conferences, and then in the couple of years after, you just saw his name everywhere. Because he had made a name for himself by representing the family. All of a sudden, he was on all the news shows, and then you would see commercials for his law firm, and then every time a race-based thing would happen, he would be representing that family. So they're not, in my opinion, representing their client. They're just trying to make a name for themselves.
As I said, like I can't like disagree with that as much as I would really want to.
Excuse me.
It looks like there's going to be a lot of information that's going to be out there, but nothing a simple Google search is going to pull up. So
gotcha.
I think that's going to be a research project.
Well, get back to us tomorrow afternoon. A full essay.
But I've got to, speaking of, I've got to run because I do have a paper due tomorrow night. So
I should probably head out too.
Yeah, I was looking at it. Yeah, it's 9:00, and
I'm actually surprised I had the energy to go this long.
It was good to hear you laugh.
Yeah, it's awesome.
He did some meth right before we went
Probably.
on.
I had to go to him. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, OPT.
Good to see you. You look great.
But yeah, we're about to hit the 3-hour mark. So if y'all want to stay around, just in case there's any questions in the super chats, and then
I'll be here until we finish the stream. But I think
we should wrap it up.
Yeah. So
ahead,
let's just do the rest of the super chats.
All right. Freighters for $5 says a $5 on my way out the door. Keep up the work. All right. Michael Kraus for $4.99 says, Tina, this is not the same Windows you use on military subs.
Every single
You're never ever gonna live that down.
Yeah.
Fog Repair Shipakashi for $2 says his turban is a great shoot me target as well.
Right, that occurred to me as well. Like if you're going into combat, so he's got like all the tactical stuff on, and then this bright red thing on his head.
Right. Yeah, you're not like a moving target.
Like they don't let Navy people wear the white things.
Oh
right?
God, no, no.
Because of that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's like a dress thing, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a dress uniform.
Yeah. All right. So we got Katrina Middleton for $5 says, I know nothing about warfare, but I do know that red headdress provides a great target. What in the world?
Right.
Exactly.
Everybody knows this.
Like everybody's picking up on that. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like that Family Guy thing. They're going to be looking for army guys. You guys are stupid.
Yeah,
dressed up as a clown.
Oh, God. Arian Rod for $5 says, can the FBI get involved? I know they got involved with the Moors squatting in a lady's house.
Right? They did, and because of them, they were able to get rid of her.
It's possible. I mean, I don't know. This might be a thing where they just let the state handle it since they've already got them in custody. But like, depending on what they find, like, because there's definitely going to be search warrants here, and that's going to be across states. So it's entirely possible the FBI gets involved somehow.
Well, I heard, and I don't know this to be true, but I heard that there was like every agency was there by the time this was done. Like marshals, the U.S. Marshals, and everybody was there. They were flying drones over.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. All right. Fog Repair Shipakashi for $2 says Art of War is required at West Point, isn't it?
I studied it when I was in officer training, so yeah. Pretty good little book. I mean, it's more like a pamphlet than a book, but yeah, The Art of War by Sun Tzu is good reading. Oh God, no!
I thought it was like a huge thick book.
Oh no! You can go on YouTube and just search The Art of War and hear an audio version of it.
Oh,
can we rewrite a copy to The Art of War and just document
The
everything
Art of War.
stupid that The Rise of the Moors did?
Oh, that'll be a great satire.
The Art of War, yeah.
The Art of
Schrodinger. We'll work on the audiobook this week.
The Art of War by Schrodinger Bay.
Yeah.
L Bay. L Bay. Schrodinger L Bay.
Keeping it Crimin L Bay.
Right.
Oh God.
Go ahead, Cliff.
All right. Daryl Spurlock for $5 says, "Too bad we can't electronically tag all these pieces of crap to track them."
That would be highly sus.
Yeah, I think that'd be a little too far.
That's like 1984 kind of shit.
That would definitely violate the 45th Amendment.
Big Brother. Go ahead.
All right, Ridge 152 for $5 says, "Hopefully Schrodinger's cat sub has roll down windows pulling up to the Chick-fil-A."
Oh God damn!
You can't drive a submarine up to a Chick-fil-A.
I love it.
The propeller gets stuck in the concrete.
Oh my God.
Michael Krause for $4.99 says, "Cat is reserving his 7th Amendment right to not remember on the established case laws of Tina versus brain and Tina versus memory loss."
Ouch.
Ouch indeed.
Oh my God.
Schrodinger, I actually have a question before we move on to the next ones.
Sure.
And I am upset because I never got to ask you this. How many screen doors did you have to install on submarines before they would let you work on the tech?
All of them.
Okay.
And it's funny because normally in the chat, like, I'm the one getting messed with, so I'm pretty happy.
All right. Fog Repair Shipakashi for $2 says, "Schrodinger's punishment is to buy another bracelet."
What?
No, we agreed. I need an RTX 3090 before he buys any more jewelry. I agree.
I think it's tragic because that question was asked in good faith, honest question, and now y'all making fun of it, and people are going to be afraid to ask honest questions.
What was the question again? I forgot. What was the question?
If the submarine windows have drapes.
No, do submarines have windows?
Do you put bunting on them?
It's not a stupid question. I stand by the fact it's not a stupid question.
Do they have blinds in between the triple pane submarine windows that you can slide?
Portholes are a thing.
Well, the Italian Navy has Venetian blinds, of course.
Oh my God! And they're called Roman shades.
Does the carpet match the curtains?
I hear Julius Caesar used to wear Roman shades.
Just go to the next one, please.
Jared Walker for $10 says, "I love you guys, and not in the bad Las Vegas way."
Oh, good.
That's funny. That's funny.
All right, and that is it for Super Chats.
Thank God.
All right. We'll be here for while we do roundups if anybody else wants to make fun of Tina.
Shut up.
So
I just want to say that there is a new measurement, a new unit of measurement that was inspired by Glenn. Glenn's stink is so bad they couldn't measure it with any tools that we have, so they created new units called Tinas. And Glenn's stink is about 40 Tinas.
Jesus!
What?
Wow!
What? Shit! I can't even get behind that one.
I'm trying to get thrown off of the panel.
I don't even understand it. What did I do?
I love you.
I love you, Marvel Girl.
Okay, you gotta super chat.
So what is the this is going to be my next member question. So if you're a member and you're still here, you can go ahead and cheat. But we're talking about units of measurements. What is the longest length unit of measurement that humans have? So
I think I know it.
A stereo.
No, you don't.
A stereo?
No. This is an actual real question. Like,
okay,
a buttload.
What is the it's not a light year. It's way beyond a light. It's not Irish Dublin Girl. It's not an AU. An AU is an astronomical unit, and astronomical unit is the distance from the Earth to the Sun. The average distance. It's way beyond. It's not a parsec. I see somebody in there saying parsec. It's nope. You're all wrong. So do your research, and that's going to be my next member question.
Can you at least use Marvel instead of Tina? Because don't.
Okay, it's 40 Marvels.
My real name.
40. Well, Schrodinger's been calling you.
I know. It's his fault.
Damn it. Yeah, I blame him. All right, fine.
It is.
So Glenn's funk is measured in marvels, and it takes 40 marvels.
Thank you.
There you go.
It's my fault because Tina and I are friends IRL. So, when we call each other on the phone, I'm not going to call her a Marvel girl. Yeah, when we're talking on the phone. So that's my fault. It's just habit at this point. I talk to her far more often IRL than online. So sorry.
I got comfortable. My bad.
It's all right. No, it's all right. Go ahead, Cliff. You got a few more. No.
Yeah. Hank's Gaming Corner for $5 says, but wait, there's more.
Yeah.
Boo.
Arian Rod for $5 says, I got your back, Tina. Let me at him. I can get to SC from home.
Yeah, she can call me Tina.
All right. Michael Krause for $9.99 says, do the carpets match the drapes on a sub? And where's the dance floor? Is there a disco ball too? I remember when I helped create those with the Pharaohs. Memories of Tina. Wow, he's going deep with it.
Pharaohs.
Russian submarines often have windows in an enclosed bridge in the sail. Oscar class et al.
Really?
In the sail, I could maybe see that because they would have a watertight door in between the sail and the superstructure, or superstructure, the main body of the submarine. So maybe, but I gotta look. What did you say? Oscar class?
Yeah.
That doesn't even sound.
They also have moon roofs.
Oh God!
Wow.
You got to replace the headliner every few years. Water gets in. It's normal.
Yeah.
Elevators
for some warranty repairs.
You never add an aftermarket moon roof onto a submarine. They always leak.
Do they all have stairs, or do any have elevators?
There's no such thing as stairs in the Navy. They're called ladders.
I knew that. See, I was making a joke.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So,
is that it, Cliff?
That's it for now, yeah.
Very good. We're done.
All right.
Yeah, I guess let's go around the room.
Oh, by the way, there is a pool in the Russian sub, though. They have a pool.
That is actually true. There is a Russian sub that has a pool.
It's small and disgusting, but it's a pool.
Right. Just FYI, the Russians don't have the best track record when it comes to submarines
or cleanliness in them.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. They've never had a major incident with a submarine. Not at all.
Another one.
Yeah.
Another super chat.
Michael Kraus, $4.99. Do subs have vibrating beds? Are those still 10 cents?
50 cents inflation.
I'm sorry, but no, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. See, because all you teasing, I'm not gonna tell you.
What, you got a vibrating bed?
No, I as
Hers
a
is
kid,
$2.
No, as a kid, I was in a hotel once, and they had them, and I fell asleep on one.
As a kid, so
Shut
last year.
up.
Yeah.
So back then they were like hand cranked from someone in the
Oh
room.
my god!
In the room below.
Clifford, we're gonna have words after this, Clifford.
The dime would drop down through the floor, and some big muscular guy, is just standing there cranking away.
Yeah, it was like 4 people from Bangladesh, like one on each corner with the sheet. Just
I hate you all.
Or in Robin Hood Men in Tights when
I'm gonna start kicking people.
when he was in the bathtub and they had the guys blowing bubbles in his personal hot tub.
I'll be honest, I have no idea what any of them are talking about. It's really just you and me here.
Yeah, I know.
Michael Kraus for $3.99 says she
Oh,
won't
God.
tell us she made the first one.
Oh my god!
1 VC.
All right, everybody, say goodbye. Say goodbye, everybody. Good night. Say good night.
You notice we have BC, but there is no BT because nothing was before Tina.
Good night, everybody. It was fun.
Just once again, I just
thanks
like
for coming. Thank you for coming, Kick.
like to thank-
OBT, go ahead. You can.
Just like to thank everyone for
Skip past me.
having me on yet again. I love you guys. Schrodinger, again, as always, thanks. Kick, always a pleasure to be on the stream with you. My thoughts and prayers go out to Natalie and Artie since they're not here anymore, but but seriously, and Marvel Girl, I don't know how you put up with these guys, but whatever. Cliff, always good to see you too.
Take care.
Not that Cliff, the other Cliff.
Oh, okay.
No, I was talking about you.
Oh,
not
okay.
him.
Okay.
Yes. Not Schrodinger. No one cares about him.
Okay.
No, Cliff, always fun to hear you too. Seriously, guys, it's been great. Thank you for all the support, and I love all of you, especially all of you in the chat out there. I love you guys. Don't think I haven't seen you, but sorry, I can't respond to everybody because it's too much. But I love you guys.
We
Later,
love
all.
you. Fuck cancer.
Indeed.
Fuck cancer.
Indeed. Fuck
Later,
cancer.
all.
Give us some fuck
Later.
cancers in the chat. Go ahead, Kick, if you want to say something.
Yeah, something.
Of course they're shooting fireworks again tonight, so my dogs can lose their fucking minds.
Yeah, God forbid. No, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate you bringing me up on the lawyer stream, even though I am clearly not a fucking lawyer. But I always enjoy watching Artie and talking with him and OPT. I enjoy watching Natalie and getting some much better insight than dick jokes that I make on my channel. So it's an absolute pleasure to be up here, and hopefully I can be around when you hit 10,000 subscribers, Schrodinger. You're a force to be reckoned with, and I can't wait to see you grow.
Any year now. Any year.
Yep. So again, much love to all y'all. I love you, OPT lawyer. Fuck cancer, dude, and I can't wait to have you up on another Buddy Cop stream. A lot of fun.
Ooh. We have one last super chat.
Yeah. Akira808 State says longest unit of measure is the Yotta meter.
Oh, so close. So close. I've seen a lot of people get close. I haven't seen the correct answer yet.
Okay.
But that was close.
Well, I'm going to call Neil deGrasse Tyson, my personal friend, and ask him.
Cliff, you want to say goodnight?
Yeah, good night, everyone. Had fun. A lot of fun this stream. Love you all. Have a great night.
I would say the same, but fuck y'all. Really, just fuck y'all.
Nah, the streams are always fun. We all screw with each other and talk trash to each other, but we're all friends. So I don't think I have much to add. I think that we met our goal of explaining the absolute dumpster fire that is the Bill Cosby saga. And there's so much still left undone with the Moors that that's a work in progress. So I'm pretty sure we'll be revisiting that. But thanks to all my lawyer friends and my friends that are here to support. Oh, I got another
serial meter.
Oh no, I thought that was a new member because it's highlighted weird. But no, that's not the correct answer either.
Rodent didn't get it right. Wow.
Unless I'm wrong.
Well, maybe better check your sources.
I'm gonna have to check it before I actually
check it real quick before you say no.
Let me Google it.
Super chat. Is it the yoctometer? Yoctometer? I don't even know if I'm right.
It's absolute
Yoctometer, yeah.
Is it the yoctometer?
No.
Okay.
Not as far as I know.
That's
should be equal to 1 million. The seriometer is 1 million AUs.
Okay.
So
what's
one
yours?
seriometer is approximately.
Thanks for your super chat, Benjamin Needon.
4.848 parsecs. Let me Google real quick what I think it is because I know that he's a smart dude. So
you may not want to read out loud, though. Read with your inside voice. Wait a minute, we have another one from Pyramiter. Pyramiter? Is it a pyramiter? 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 I don't know. Wait, what is this one?
How many?
Oh no.
AUs.
Oh, Michael, that's so sweet.
Was it the? Yeah. Should I read this out loud?
What one?
Was it the gigaparsec?
So everybody's so close, but I
double
cannot,
check yours?
I'm double checking right now.
Okay.
What did he say?
Seriometer.
Seriometer. I'm trying to do the conversion.
Okay. He's doing math, guys. He's an engineer.
4.48 parsecs.
Can he math without saying it out loud? We don't know. Are we allowed to use prefixes, they're saying? Hubble length. No. Is it the Hubble length?
No.
No? Aaron Rod wants me to read her. Yeah, I did, Aaron, just now. Oh, Nada says, call your son, he'll tell you.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Winston.
Oh, no. Sorry, Rodent of Anger.
You're not?
You were way the fuck off.
Wow. Is it the kilometer?
Really?
Kilometer?
I'm reading the... it was a joke. Yoda parsecs? Yada parsecs? Yada. Is it universes?
Fuck it. It's not going to be the next question. It is the Yoda parsec.
It is the Yoda parsec?
Right. And not Yoda like the little green dude. YOTTA.
Damien got it right.
Yeah.
Damien got it right.
So
Damien.
Yeah. That is the largest unit of measurement. Rodent of Anger, the Semio
Syrio.
Yeah. Syrio kilometer? What was it?
Seriometer.
Seriometer is 4.84, if I remember right, parsecs. The Yoda parsec is 1 to the 24th power parsecs. So
maybe he was thinking you couldn't use the prefix. It had to be something different.
I don't know, but it's For
Somebody's
an
going crazy in the track. That's not agreed upon? What do you mean? Okay, here's one. The longest distance of measurement is the distance from the bar to the bathroom when you're drunk.
Yeah, I agreed.
Agreed.
But yeah, the yottaparsec, as far as I could tell, is 1 times 10 to the 24 parsecs.
I am proud of you, Damien. Good job.
That's a lot of parsecs.
That's a lot. And I don't. I'm wondering, like,
what is that even? Like, like, what would they use that for?
The yottaparsec is a unit of measurement. To put it in a different perspective, convert.
Okay, so I'm right, you're wrong says it's parsec. After that, you're just adding prefixes.
Well, yeah, but even still, like.
Yeah, so Rodent says he was just thinking of individual units of measure, not largest exponents.
Well, I think we could all agree that a kilometer is more than a meter. So.
Okay, I get it.
Fair enough.
But his had his.
Why
his
would
had
you need
prefix as well?
No. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Serial meter.
Right.
Gotcha. Now, what is a Yoda? Whatever used
I'm trying to figure that. What is a yottaparsec? Okay, let's see.
Serial meter.
Why would they need it?
Serial meter is.
Good, sorry.
Serial meter is the measurement of Glenn's waistline.
I hate you.
It's a pretty big
so
one.
much right now.
Okay, I see right here
Just
the
on there.
absolute largest unit of measurement is the yottaparsec. 1 yottaparsec is 3.08 times 10 to the 40 meters.
Okay.
So, contrary to popular belief, a light year is not the longest unit. That's true.
But what do they measure?
That's what I'm looking for, because
Okay.
I know, like, an astronomical unit is the average distance between the Earth and the Sun.
Yeah,
but
like after
what
that,
is-
Jesus.
So 93 million miles, roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The largest unit is.
I mean, 40 miles. The sun is small. And, the sun is small and local.
I don't know. Remind me tomorrow, and I'll do the research and find out what an actual yottaparsec, what it represents. Because normally, a distance is based on something. Like a foot,
right,
is based on like the
12
average
inches,
length, a human's foot, and like a marathon is what 26 26.2 miles, which is the distance from Marathon, Greece to Athens.
Yeah.
Because they when they would
run
send
it,
messages, they would have a runner and he would run.
Marathon.
So all of these are based on something, but I don't know, like, why would we even need
A
that
yotta.
sort of distance? Like,
Now, what about the late century? Nana says.
Let's see how long. Well, a light year. I don't know. Well, we'll figure this all out.
Then change to gigaparsec? What?
A gigaparsec is less than a yottaparsec. A gigaparsec would be a billion parsecs, but a yottaparsec is 1 times 10 to the 24.
Oh my god.
So that's way more than a billion.
What will they even use that for?
I don't know.
A light year is 6 trillion miles, they're saying.
Right. Way less than a parsec.
Yeah.
What do they use for parsecs?
Like,
what do they use parsecs for? I mean,
probably measuring distances between galaxies, I'm guessing.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But remember in the Star Wars movie when he was like, I did the Kessel run in under 4 parsecs.
That was
it's like,
so wrong.
What? That's
Yeah.
like not even in the ballpark of anything that makes any sense.
It's a measurement, not a measurement of time. It's a measurement of distance.
Or remember the movie 23 Leagues Beneath the Sea?
No, it's 20,000 leagues.
20,000 Leagues Beneath the Sea.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
A league is a measurement of
linear
distance. Yeah, linear distance, not depth.
Yeah.
So
corrected upon that.
Yeah, you can't count on Hollywood.
200 fathoms under the sea would have made a whole.
A fathom is 6 feet. So yeah.
Yeah.
What's the farthest thing away from Earth?
The Great Attractor.
I don't know.
Yes.
They asked us.
Well, we know that the farthest thing we could measure would be 13.7 billion light years away. I think. I'm spitballing here because we're reaching the limits of my scientific knowledge. So
I don't even understand that, quite frankly.
Yeah, well, do you figure
CMB?
how the cosmic microwave background?
Somebody else just put that up there.
No. The CMB isn't far from. It's ubiquitous.
It's everywhere.
It's
right?
everywhere. Yeah. No, the redshift is not a distance. That's just the redshift of light from stars. There's a quasar about 13.7 billion years away. That okay, Rodent you just well no. So the quasar 13.7 billion light years away. That's, as far as I know, that's the farthest thing away that we can measure. Because everything else is just redshifted into oblivion to where it's not even in the visible spectrum anymore. So.
Oh, so I'm right, you're wrong. Says the redshift is what you use parsecs for.
Yeah, that makes sense, but
to measure the redshift. Okay.
To get into the specifics of it, I would
don't think I understand
read some stuff that I haven't read.
I used to understand it better than I did after the 11 concussions, guys. I've lost some.
Yeah, physics is really hard for me. So
I honestly did.
Physics is hard for everybody. Physics is hard for every living human being, including physicists.
I'm serious though. I understood all this better before the 11 concussions.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
I remember knowing this stuff. How's that?
But that could be a false memory.
No, it's not. We got another one, Cliff.
Yeah, Wonder Woman Goddess of Truth for $4.99 says Hollyweird is made up of a bunch of druggies, so time and space and distance are always out of mind.
Right.
Okay.
So,
how big is the observable universe?
13.7 billion light years.
Okay, so Yoda's completely out of it.
Yeah, that it would be. I think that was probably the best answer that we got, is like the redshift is an approximation of how far they think the actual universe is, because we know it's expanding. So I don't fucking know. Let's get Dr. Phil Bell on here one night, and
he would think I was a complete moron now.
No,
and I am compared to who I used to be. I am. I'll admit to it.
Dr. Bell is a great dude. Like, he does not have any sort of tolerance for people that are willfully ignorant. Mm-hmm. But if you want to know something, like, I've sent him multiple messages, and said, Professor Bell, I don't understand this, and he'll. I mean, he's a professor. That's what he does.
He'll sit down and explain it, and that's cool.
Right. And he's a between him and PhD Tony, I've learned a whole lot of stuff. It's sort of like when I call up Artie or OPT or Natalie, and like, is this right? Like, I'm about to say this in a video. Am I going to be embarrassing myself?
Yeah.
I do the same sort of thing with Dr. Bell and PhD Tony with physics. It's like, I think I got this right.
When I have a science question, I go to Rodin. He knows. Well, he helped with the Mars lander, so Mars rover.
Yeah. I think I want to do another science stream soon, and I want him to be on the panel.
Talk about
so
Mars.
we'll get Dr. Bell and Tony and
Rodent.
and Rodent, and then I can say stupid stuff and they can point and laugh at me.
There we go.
Yeah,
that's a good time.
My feeble science brain against 3 doctors. Just like it's.
Well,
I
you're a
love. I love.
chaser. I can admit it. You just want the clout.
I like being on panels with people that are smarter than me, because what do I really get out of talking to people? It's sort of like, say you're a boxer or you're an MMA fighter, and you only spar with people that can't fight as well as you.
You're never gonna get better.
Right. So yeah, I love being on panels with lawyers and doctors and people like that, and like bouncing my ideas off of them, and every now and then they get a good giggle out of me saying something stupid, but it's always fun, and the audience seems to like it. And then every now and then we got somebody talking about windows on submarines, and that's always fun.
Okay then.
All right, I think we need to get out of here because we're 30 minutes.
I need both of you to check the spot after this, but yeah. Bye.
All right. Bye everybody.